Fellas, let's talk facts. Your belt game can make or break your look. You can have the cleanest fit, but if your belt is cracked, stretched, or sagging, you just killed the vibe. And believe me, women notice. First impressions matter. That's why I'm excited to partner with Anson Belt and Buckle. They completely reimagine how belts should work. No more holes. Anson uses a micro-adjustable track system that gives you the perfect fit every single time. Once you try it, you'll never go back to a regular belt. And here's what sets it apart. One box gives you 3 buckles and 3 straps. That's 9 different combos. More versatility, less clutter. You'll look sharp in every situation. Anson is family owned, backed by a lifetime guarantee. And because they're sponsoring this video, you'll get a free bonus buckle and a strap when you click the link below or scan the QR code. Don't wait. Upgrade your belt game today. What's going on, family? How you doing? Welcome to the Culture Code. Let me go ahead and introduce the crew. We got Mr. Trey Smooth, Laura Sean, Willie, Hank, Cole, Watch, straight like that. Myself, Lapeef JR. Welcome to the Culture Code. What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing, gentlemen?
Good, man. What's going on, fellas?
What it do?
All right. See you guys, man. Happy Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday is going well. Let's go ahead and get the housekeeping out the way. Shout out to the sponsor, Anson Belt and Buckle. That link is in the description. Let's go ahead and get our belt game up. Also, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button right now. That's all I'm asking. And you got a super chat, just hit the like button. Go ahead and share that stream. Let's go ahead and see if we can bring some more folks into this discussion. If you're catching this on the replay, hit the like button and also make sure you subscribe as well. You gentlemen doing on this Tuesday? See, Trev got the water. The Bulls just won. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Dodgers
man,
won.
that soda
the
stream
World
ain't no
Series.
joke.
Wow, the Dodgers.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, the Dodgers won. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Oh, you might come in. Turn down a little bit. You got a little bit too excited about them Dodgers.
I don't really care about. I don't really care about the Dodgers winning. I just like the whole. I just like the funny joke about like the whole making fun of Drake stuff. Like that.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah, that's what I find entertaining.
Okay. All right, somebody dropped off. Who's that dropped off? Is that Cole? Let me see if I can start a little bit. What's going on, Mrs. Hank? How you doing? Christopher Matthews, how you doing? Coffee for 2. Edward Gilbert. How you guys doing? So we got an excellent show here for you guys, man. I came across this interview with Andrew Wilson versus Coach Greg Adams, CGA. He was having a discussion about is marriage worth it. I think it was an excellent discussion. Actually, good dialogue. Good dialogue last night too. So if you guys missed that show, go back and catch the replay, man. But I like good discussions. You ain't got to agree with anyone on there, but whenever people can come together and have a good, healthy debate, man, it always makes it for a good show. So we're gonna go ahead and dissect some of the things that they said, react to it. We'll be in and out like a ninja. All right. It's like a plan.
Yeah.
All right. How you doing, Willie?
Can't complain, big dog.
Okay. Straight like that. Finally back, huh? I guess you weren't gonna hear me. I had to hit you, huh? Boy, I got that damn Diddy status now. Yeah, changed up on.
Just don't do no more memes, yo. Pick somebody else.
No, I haven't done it in a while, man. Since you left, man. Since you came back, I might as well go ahead and get started, man. Yeah.
Is that
So,
Hank?
what?
Is that Hank? Oh, Hank's there.
Bless, man. Bless. Can't complain.
Okay.
Check out that Big Sean Davies video, man. That's all I ask.
Okay.
Thank you, bro.
No, put it in the link, man. I'll drop it in the chat, man. I'll put it in the back chat. I'll drop it on the main chat. What's going on, Julie? How you doing, miss? Yeah. So I tried to wait on Coel, man. I don't know what's going on. We're gonna go ahead and rock the show. You have to get in when you fit in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring the screen up. I'm gonna kind of dance around with this. I'm gonna start somewhere in the halfway mark, and then I'll go ahead and I'll dial it back with some of the other things. So I'm gonna play this for a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and react to it. Here we go. Hit that like button again if you haven't already. Make sure everybody mute up.
Actually, not likely, is
Overall
it?
in the United States, overall in the United States.
Yeah,
So it only in order for it to work, you have to be white.
You need to break
Make a
this
certain
down by
income.
demographics.
Hold on for a second. You need to, of
You want me to
course.
break it down?
So
And social and
so you want to go.
socioeconomics.
You want to go. In order for your marriage to work, they have to be white, Christian.
They don't have to be white.
Make money,
No.
and then also probably live in a certain region.
If it's the
now,
case,
what if that's
that-
not the
yeah.
case? Because
Yeah.
in the United States, I don't know where you live, but in the caves
Then
and
we use
hills
the
of the United-
apparatuses.
If you take the rest of the United States, they're highly not that. That is outside of those demographics.
And don't
so
you wanna
what if
change
they're
that?
what if they're outside of that?
Don't
What
you
if they're
wanna-
not white
don't-
and Christian?
don't you wanna
What if
change
they're
that?
not Christian to make 100K? What do you suggest then?
Yeah, so here's what I would suggest. If it's the case that in the black community, you have more divorce than in the white community, there's going to be contributing factors for why that is. I don't think that black people are just ontologically different than white people, do you? Do you just believe that at their core they're just ontologically different, or do you think that they're the same? Because if that's the case, if we're equal people and equal people groups, then there must be some other social factors which are relating to this that increase the divorce rate in the black community that doesn't exist yet in the white community. If that's the case, we would specifically target those issues to prevent that from happening, right? We're going to do this across. We're going to do this across the board. Well,
Okay, what would they be?
For the black community, there's a bunch. One, you have a distinction in economic certitude. The second one is you got a massive abortion rate, which is super problematic. Another one is you use matriarchal structures in the family home instead of patriarchal. Huge issue that you have. By the way, when it was Christian based, didn't happen. It was a patriarchal structure inside those black homes. And boy, they didn't put up with shit. Not the case anymore. So you have multiple factors here which need to be addressed. I agree with that. Nobody ever disagreed with that, though. What we're trying to do is look at the mitigation of risk. And even for the black community,
We handled that already.
If the black community moves in to these conventionally traditional churches, they still will have the same ecclesiastical authority, which will assist them in governing their marriage that white people would have, and it would still assist with the mitigation of risk. What's the alternative? It's just degeneracy, right? The alternative is just we'll just hump them and never get married. Well, what good does that do for blacks?
I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. So he made some comparisons about the black community and the white community, how we seem to be struggling when it comes to marriage, how we seem to be high risk with a lot of different variables that play into that. What are you guys feeling about that? I'm going to start with you, Trey.
It was kind of cringeworthy to see a white man tell black people how they need to be, for starters. But we can't deny the fact that he made some valid points, though, right? I didn't see GA really been able to combat that, at least at that point, right? Which he had enough time to really rebuttal and get in there and do something. Definitely us allowing our households to be matriarch is problematic for sure. I'm not very sold on the religious aspect per se, but what I do think related to that is the structure, right? People who are religious usually have some sort of a baseline structure. I'm not going to directly tether that to Christianity, but you need some sort of a baseline structure to be operating by, right? Some types of principles and standards that you should abide by. And I do also agree with Andrew Wilson that, the alternative is degeneracy, right? Now, I think that there is something in between that. I think you still could have the sanctity of marriage, where you make your covenant between, the man, wife, and God, without necessarily signing up for the Uncle Sam treatment, right? Because when you give that type of unnecessary leverage to the government, sometimes people misuse that power. So there's a lot of ways we could go with that, but I'm gonna land it there. Let's see what some of the other gents got.
All right, go ahead straight like that.
All right, just to be brief, I agree with both the gentlemen. Like I agree with Coach, but I agree with Andrew as well. But I think Coach is he's just looking at it from a financial standpoint. So he feels like a successful marriage equals money. I don't think so, because we had more successful marriages when we were coming through slavery. So, you can slice it however you want to slice it. And then Andrew Wilson is giving his opinion on it. But he's speaking from more of a general standpoint. So he's just speaking on marriage as a whole. But then Coach is basically trying to bring the racial aspect to it. So you're going to get a divide there, because obviously our, so-called Black people and so-called white people, we have different experiences in the country. So that's going to create a division. But if you're speaking on marriage as a whole, I would agree with Andrew in the sense of that economically, if you're going to just look at money as why a relationship is successful, then that's just how you look at it. But he's not looking at it just simply financial. That's why he was asking, apart from that aspect of it, what other aspect of it are you saying it's impossible for our people to be successful in marriages? So he was just coming from strictly money and economics. He didn't say nothing else that I heard. So if anybody else want to bring those points up, or maybe he's going to elaborate as we go forward. But if it's just on economics, okay, that's fine. But my personal opinion is you can have a successful marriage without the money.
Okay. Straight like that. Are you for marriage?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And are you Christian?
No. I believe in the Bible, but I'm not Christian.
All right. And this is my last question. Why do you personally believe, I know you just reacted to what they said, but why do you personally believe that the Black community struggles when it comes to marriage?
We're out of order. So the men are not being true leaders and the women want to be men. So I think those two forces is why we, at least in the white community, the white women know that the white men are in power. They know that. They know that he's the head. So white women know that. Whether or not the Me Too happened, that was just something for, I don't know, clickbait or whatever. But in white homes, white women know he's the head. He runs it. You know what I'm saying? I'm the wife. And I'm not saying feminism is not across the board, but I think feminism was more sold to our people heavily, right? Although it wasn't our fight. So I think that's the reason, that's the issue with our people getting married and staying married. One, the men are not true leaders anymore, and we're not being upfront and honest with our women, right? And then the women want to be us. So it's just two heads hitting each other. We're just out of alignment, basically.
All right. I'm going to play a little bit more, then I'm going to get to Willie.
What good does that do? It just leads to more abortion. It just leads to more degeneracy. It leads to high crime rates, and the single motherhood's out of control. So, what are you doing to prevent any of that? Nothing. Tell me what?
Okay, thank you. You said things that people have known for the past 45 years,
You
but I
didn't answer the
appreciate that.
question.
Hold on for a second. Thank you for contributing to a common conversation that people know, but you offer no other solution. That's great.
Even
Now,
I
here's
did.
a problem. Here's a problem with this.
Mhm.
It's an if scenario. That would be great if we can go back to this. It would be great if we can go back and look at and say that blacks, when they were in the 40s and 50s, they had more stable relationships and marriages than even white folks. Here's the issue.
Okay.
Why stop at the 40s? Let's talk about 1863.
Okay.
Your tradition seems to always hit this point of 1940s where you shine this light of traditionalism that you've never lived in, that seems to be in a snapshot of something that you don't even know about. Then when I fast
You're not
forward
even saying anything, dude.
again, you're not listening. When I fast forward to 1970, when it falls all apart with no fault divorce, based on what I've been arguing, what happens? All that traditionalism falls apart. Why don't we take it further? Why don't we take it back to bride prices? I mean, how far in tradition you're going to go? You're only going to bang your head around 1940 and 50 because you watched a couple of movies and I Love Lucy episodes? That's not tradition.
Okay.
That was a snapshot in history that you're trying to achieve again.
So
take it back further. There's no marriages in the black community.
Let's say we'll take it. Let's say we take it all the way back to the 1700s. Let's just say, just for the sake of it, right? And that I'm totally wrong about all this, just for the sake of argument. Let's just say, what is your prescription to deal with any of those issues when you're telling men in the black community to not get married? How is that going to assist with abortion? How's that going to assist with strong fathers in the home? How's that going to assist with the only demographic population which can't reproduce itself? How? Can you give me a single prescription to any of that?
I'm going to stop it there. Well, Willie, what are your thoughts thus far?
Unfortunately, everything Andrew Wilson said is correct. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams, dope guy. Met him when I was in Miami, speaking at the conference with Darwin. But unfortunately, Andrew Wilson is not the guy that you're going to have on a debate that he's going to pick the wrong side of the debate, especially when you're debating something, that's based on stats or data. So it sucks for Greg, because, a lot of what he's saying, is just based on his opinion, his interpretation of things. But, there's a universal interpretation of data that Andrew Wilson tends to always weaponize when he's in the debate, which is a great debate tactic. And then the fact that, he's such a well-versed debater, it's going to be really difficult for somebody to go in there and prove him wrong. Now, as far as what he said, I mean, what is there to disagree with? He didn't say anything that wasn't true. I've even been on record saying that black culture promotes and gravitates towards and exalts degeneracy and ratchetness. So, I mean, I agree with what he said.
All right, go ahead, Coyle.
Yeah, I think Andrew was right. I mean, I just don't see a long-term reason or a good debate on why not to get married. I mean, you could try to put all of the bad things on black women or the women that you want, but I think the solution is just to teach men how to be husbands, teach men how to be men. I think that could solve for more than half the issue. But yeah, I think Andrew was totally right. Coach Greg Adams, he just talking about his feelings. Like he said, "What about this?" And then Coach Greg Adams said, "Well, what about that?" It's like, can we talk about what we talking about? Like, nigga, if you go back hundreds of years, ain't nobody have shit. So I mean, so what's the point in doing that? That's just obfuscation. That's what women do. But I'll land there.
Go ahead, Watch.
Yeah, I agree with Andrew Wilson for sure. Just to keep it short, like, yeah, I mean, everything he said was pretty valid. At the end of the day, and we got to address it as a community for sure. Well, that's pretty much it.
Watch, are you for marriage?
Under religious sacrament, yeah, not under the state though.
The women you dated, have they been okay with that? Just going religious route?
Through understanding, like, what I'm saying, like I've been locked in with somebody, for a while. And I mean, yeah, they kind of more and more like understanding it, like as you just see how society and things are, and like just realizing like the fact like we might have been locked in more than most people she even know in real life. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they whether it be marriage or like long-term relationships. So I mean, yeah, that's just my decision. Like, and it would suck to let it go, but I'm not leaving my fate up to like the state or nothing like that. That's
Mhm. And if you don't mind, tell me, why is it that you don't want the state involved? Like, when did you come to that conclusion?
To be honest, like around like just in the last feel like when as the world kind of became self-aware, and I guess they call it red pill, whatever, quote unquote, but just as just people just became self-aware, like as you become self-aware about the realities of certain things, like growing up as a young man, America, like you kind of have that, like, I guess, rose-colored lenses on, when it comes to things like marriage and and not even just marriage, like home ownership, marriage, um how you may want to raise your kids, just certain directions you want to go with in life. And then once you become aware, I feel like it was like a hyper awareness, it was a big shift in the culture and the zeitgeist, like around like 10 years ago, with COVID and all that shit going on, and it kind of just awoke and opened my eyes to the realities of certain things in regards to marriage, and it not being as advantageous or uh, appealing as it used to be. I think it used to be very beneficial and appealing, but it's kind of mutated into something that it wasn't once was. But yes, it's not what it was. Like no fault divorce, things of that nature have just kind of mutated the institution in my eyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Hank.
You're muted.
Well, I was asking, what was the question? Was it you just want us to our thoughts about? What was you
Yeah,
saying?
it was just a reaction to what's been going on so far with the is marriage worth it conversation.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it, but you just got to find the right woman, though. That's the most important thing. You find that right woman, man, you'll definitely reap the rewards and the benefits. But like I say all the time, most dudes get what they want and not what they need. And maybe it's because we're superficial. Maybe it's because the aesthetics is the most important thing for us. But we also got to realize as we get older, beauty fades. She may not be as beautiful as she was when you first met her, maybe 10 to 15 years ago. But the core of her heart, her mind, and the way she moves and operates, that's the most important thing us men we got to look at and be concerned about and worry about. A lot of these things could be addressed if we wanted to have a conversation and see past that exterior. Most time we don't, because we want the most beautiful woman on the block. So we could tell our friend, look, bring it around our friends. They could say, man, your girl's fly, but she's an asshole. She's a goddamn bitch. She's a nag. She gets on my goddamn nerves. She spends all my goddamn money. She's so materialistic, and I can't financially keep up with her. She don't want to cook. She can't cook. I want to have some kids. She talking about I don't want to have no babies because I don't want to mess up my body. Oh, hell no. And when you hear conversations like that, and that's not what you for, don't jump the broom. Get the fuck on. And find something that you really need in your life. And she may not be it, but she look good. She's gonna be some hell of an eye candy. It's something to, soften eyes, keep you on your arm. She gonna turn some heads when she walk in them doors. But your ass gonna be popping ibuprofen every goddamn night because she getting on your goddamn nerves. your ribs gonna be touching because a bitch can't cook. And now you got the DoorDash every goddamn night. Nah, hell no. But fellas, find you the right one, man. I promise you, you'll reap the rewards, the benefits of what I'm talking about. But you gotta, we know it's not gonna be easy. Not in 2025, it's not gonna be easy. You can't just throw a rock out there and gonna hit you one. No, that's not gonna be the case. You got to do some research. You got to vet. You got to ask questions, tough questions, and be okay with whatever response you get. Be willing to walk away from it. I'll leave it there.
All right, I'm play some more.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Shit.
Oh, go ahead.
No, my bad. I don't want to disrupt it too much, but I think we missed a couple points. Hank, I definitely agree with most of what you said, but the only issue I have with it is that I think that the candidates out here, we went around the table plenty of times. I begged the question, how many women are marriage material? And everyone gives a low ass number. I don't think that men just by default don't want to be married. It's men typically don't have access to a woman that's suitable, right? And I know you were saying like a lot of them want to pick the bad joint and all that. Now those are guys that are privileged that even have access to those women. Generally, those women aren't even accessible to your average guy, so they can't even pick a baddie, but they'll still have a chick that's pretty much mid with a lot of those ill behaviors of what you would expect from a bad chick who might be a bit more privileged. And I don't want us to forget that part of it, that there's just not as many suitable candidates, and a lot of guys are figuring that the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Secondly, they refer to income in that part, and economically, we suck them right now. And how I kind of explained there was like a Goldilocks age for marriage. There's also like a Goldilocks income level to have, and it's right around the 100,000 mark. A little bit, it could be a little lower, a little higher, but people who are typically comfortable financially, and we can also substantiate that by the one of the highest reasons for divorce is the financial differences, right? That's part of it. So, and it also changes. It gets worse when people become hyper wealthy as well, because of the lack of time that they actually have to be with their spouse. So people who are typically comfortably set as far as income is concerned, they have more money for babysitters. They have more access to marriage counseling and more time to vacation. And life is just a bit easier. It relieves a good portion of that stress by being financially comfortable. Now, when you're struggling, and if you just think about why people get a side chick, because they don't really have to worry about nothing. You ain't got to pay bills with the joint. It's just you having a fun time. When you have to start paying bills, raising kids, and things are difficult, then it really puts a strain on your relationship. I think if a lot of us were in better positions as men, and then combined with women who are more receptive to men who have it together versus men who are hyper successful or genetic celebrities, then we have a better fit for marriage.
So we talking about. Go ahead, Will.
I'm sorry. I think that the reason why men are generally not in support of marriage when the state's involved is because we're the only ones that can lose once we get divorced. We're the only ones that can have our duties enforced by the state. There's no duty that a woman can have when she gets married that's enforceable by the state. Every duty that a man has is enforceable by the state, and oftentimes exploited during the divorce process. The whole honor, love, provide, protect, provide. They can make us do that. They can legally force us to do it, and if we don't, we can go to jail. There's nothing in there like women's duties. Be peaceful, take care of the house. You know what I'm saying? None of that stuff is legally enforceable. So that's what I believe, as most men is saying, that, hey, even if I'm religious, I don't mind getting married, but I don't want to get married and put the state in the government in my business, because then, you're getting into a business contract with someone who is also by the state and the government incentivized to fuck you, and not the way that keeps the marriage together, like the type that you're saying digs your pockets, and it has men in these support meetings and shit.
Yeah, that divorce attorney guy said that. Yep, that was a great point, Willie. Yeah, the the court can't enforce a woman. Oh, you got to do his laundry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go cook a meal. Like, that shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So like, it doesn't really make sense. You know, it's not advantageous.
Yeah, the finance piece obviously is not even a conversation for most men to have because most men don't have significant finances. That's not an issue. I don't think that's the issue that most men take with marriage. It's just a simple fact that the only time the rules get enforced as far as marriage go, 99.9% of the time is going to be on the man. We take responsibility for the other person. The shit go left, it's on us. If no matter what happens when the relationship ends, they say, "What did you do as a man?" Or they ask a girl, like, "What happened to you as a woman?" The men are automatically in default. I mean, automatically at fault by default. So I think the majority of men are just not willing to put themselves under that type of scrutiny or behind the eight ball that way anymore. Because for those of us that do have money, we're not worried about the financial aspect because we know how to protect ourselves. Prenups are a thing. Postnups are a thing. Trusts are a thing. Like, we know what to do to protect ourselves and our finances, so we're not worried about the money. I don't think anybody with money in 2025 is not getting married because they make too much money or they don't want someone to take their money from them. And if they are, if for those few men that are worried because they think a woman's going to take their money, then they're new to money and probably don't really have enough money to take anyway.
I ain't worried. Yeah, I ain't worried about money. I'll make money back. It's not even about the money. It's about the principle for me. Like, and it's all these marriages are secular. It's like it don't even make sense. Like all these marriage, like secular marriage doesn't make any sense. And like Andrew speaks on that too. But like, yeah, like all these marriages, there's nothing. There's no moral code to guide or govern a relationship when it's secular. It goes by like, you know, the media or the cultural zeitgeist or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or feminism as we're seeing. But yeah, like unless a marriage is under a certain, you know, under a religion and it operates under the religious rules, it's probably not going to work. And yeah, facts.
Well, then why wouldn't guys go that route, as you say, stay out of it?
But go what route?
The religious route, and leave the state out of it.
Oh, well, because women aren't. We're seeing a pushback from women. Like I'm seeing, like you see a pushback from a lot of women and a lot of it has like ritual behind it, but a lot of the time it is just cultural brainwashing. Like, you know, these women have been brought up to think a certain way, so you're not going to be able to undo, you know, a lot, you know, tens of years of cultural brainwashing, you know, based on like how you view the world. You know, it's going to sound like you're copping out or trying to escape, or, you know, all the list of terms that they have for a man who tries to find logic in, you know, this situation. You know, there's a lot of insults and stuff that comes with it.
So they probably would if you was a religious man, instead of just using this religious aspect to try to play like a con game.
Well,
understand what I'm saying? Now, if you let me finish. Watch. Hold on. If you was a religious man and this is your religion, this is how you believe, and this is how you move and operate, a woman could accept that. But if, man, you don't believe in that religion, don't practice that religion, all of a sudden you try to, well, let's do it through the church. Yeah, it looks like you on some bullshit, right?
Oh no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Oh, you don't think so?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's just one of. You sound like one of my homegirls' girlfriends. You know, that would say some shit like that. Like, nah, it's not bullshit. It's a fact of the matter of just, if I'm gonna embark on this religious sacrament, then I'm gonna operate by the religious guidelines. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be operating in religion and living a religious life to then embark on that sacrament. I can embark on the sacrament and then start the religious journey. That's an option. But furthermore, men in general, like, are hardwired. Like, if you were to, you know, hold up like the religious sacraments of a husband or a marriage or whatever, and align them to what men's duties today, it would mostly align. You know what I'm saying? Like, most men are living along those lines. it's unfortunately it's the women who aren't living along those lines of duty and things of that nature. Yeah.
If you look at marriage, like right now, and all the statistics and everything, it says like that could definitely be a huge detractor from somebody wanting to do it. But it's an easy way to handle this. If your woman wants to go through the state and you want to marry your woman, then she needs to sign a prenup. And if she won't, you don't go through the state. Those are the only two options. And if more men, or if men in general started posing it that way as a premise, then you'd understand a lot. Because a woman who's going to fight to get married through the state, tooth and nail, and not want to sign a prenup has ulterior motives. A woman who is going to fight tooth and nail to not go through the state probably understands how you feel as a man too. Maybe she has her own thing to lose. But anytime a woman is more concerned about the state being involved in her marriage than being your wife or your partner, you probably shouldn't marry that woman in the first place. Because even if you just go through the state, you can designate your person, power of attorney, you can pay for insurance, you can do all of those things. So it's not as if you have to go through the state to get the benefits of being married. As far as, like all the things you talk about, except tax-wise, obviously. But if you're still filing taxes married, then, there's a level that you've already missed as far as, your tax strategy goes. But it's not a whole lot. It's not really difficult to manage and mitigate the risk of getting married in 2025. You got to know what the fuck you're doing.
So, watch, as I was saying to you about doing this the religious route, but you're not practicing the religion, but you trying to push that and present that to the woman. You don't think that looks a little fishy or questionable?
No, but who said I'm not practicing? Are we talking hypothetically? Because I mean, I practice religion. I pray. You know what I'm saying? I read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like I live.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. You can't present something like that and not actually be practicing. Yeah, you look no different from these fake ass pastors.
No, oh
You
yeah,
don't believe in what you're preaching.
No, I agree. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't not be like a Christian at all. And I feel that. But like, if you weren't a Christian,
that's not what you were saying though, dog. You said
what was I saying?
you're gonna do it now, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna go get saved and be hope sanctified later. Right after the marriage, you're gonna get saved and sanctified. Is that what you're doing?
I'm not talking about me though. I'm just saying like.
Yeah.
I'm saying like
watch. I asked you, brother, because I'm talking about you, brother.
Yeah, but all right. So what do you want to know about me? His ass up. I told you I read the Bible, I pray. You know what I'm saying? I observe.
Okay, but that's not what you said at first. At first, you was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna wait till later on and do that."
I said no. I was speaking generally. Then I was saying if somebody wanted to wait, not like. They might be like a Christian by name, but they might not be practicing. And let's say like they want to take it seriously, and they wait till married. That was what I was saying. I wasn't saying me personally, like I'm not a practicing and I'm gonna wait. I was just speaking generally because I don't think there's necessarily I wouldn't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that if you're living a sinful life, like something directly opposed to the Bible, that's something different. But if you're not maybe well versed in Christianity and you want to be versed or whatever religion it is, and you want to embark on that after you get married, I don't think there's a problem with that.
Yeah, somebody want to help watch because he's reeling right now. I'm sorry, man.
Nah, man. I think on the contrary to what Willie said, I think most younger guys, they don't realize the downfall that marriage has on the back end yet. I think most of them look at it like it's too expensive. Like most young people look at everything like it's too expensive nowadays. When I talk to like my nephews, nieces, and stuff like that, my nephews shit and my little cousins, they're like, damn, everything is just too expensive. It's too expensive to do this, it's too expensive to do that. They be like, damn, you could have bought a house when you was a kid. I'd be like, yeah, I'm only 32. I ain't that old, but that's just how I go. So I think, how can I put it? I think everything just needs to be redone, man. Everything need to be rewired. Like I said earlier, we need to teach men how to be men. to want to be husbands and teach women how to be wives, man. That's the easiest way to do it. Other than that, you said teach them how.
We should probably teach men not to worry about getting married until you can afford it.
But see, that's you're, how can I put it? That's the wrong way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because then you put in everything on the money. Because it also about a mind. It's also about a mindset too.
There's,
you know what
there's
I mean?
way more to being able to afford something than
Yeah, money is
financial. You need to be
I
able
mean,
to
I
afford
get
it
it.
mentally, and then two, physically. You need to be able to be one and be in a position where you can actually go into that situation, a marriage, and be successful. Like you said, young men have no business even considering getting married. There's nothing about getting married young for men that helps us, because we're not even in the space where we can protect and provide for another person. We can barely protect and provide for ourselves at a young age. But teaching men to wait until they're established and they are prepared and set up for success to be married, I don't think that we can go wrong with that.
Well, yeah, but that's my point. Then you agreeing with me then?
Well, let me say this: most young people are dumb, man. We just got to admit that they dumb.
100%.
They don't listen. They think they gonna live forever. We all did. We all did. I've talked to some young kids that they aged out for their parents' insurance, but they don't want to get insurance because it's too expensive. They don't want all the money to be taken out of their check, or they didn't want to pay that, that independent or that insurance, because they dumb. They don't know no better. They don't get a life insurance policy because they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay the money in order any benefits. They don't want to deal with nothing. They don't want to invest in no 401k, 457, none of that, because they want all the money. But see, they not looking at the big picture. They not looking at the long game. They look at right now. Well, I'm fine. I don't have to go to the doctor. I don't have to do this bullshit. It's gonna happen. You're gonna get sick. You're gonna have to go to the doctor. Ladies, we know y'all at least got to go twice a year, minimum. But some of them young girls don't want to do it. They don't want to get insurance because they think differently. So there's a lot of things that you got to teach the youth before you even think about marriage. Like I think Willie said, you got to learn how to take care of themselves. And
yeah,
they
but
can't
that's
do
the
that.
part of part of being a man, though. That's what when I said teach men how to be men. You got to be a man that know structure, know how to be a leader. You got to know how to be a leader first. You know what I'm saying? We teach young men to be leaders, then we have stronger households. The thing is, we're not teaching young men how to be leaders. I mean, we could say with our kids, with our nephews, with our family, we could all do that. But if it's not happening on a mass scale, then
All right, we're gonna play some more of this clip, y'all. Come on, man. Mute up.
Let me tell you something. I agree with you on this.
I just want a prescription, dude.
Here's the problem. I agree with you. And listen, if you had any ability to provide this prescription better than Louis Farrakhan or Martin Luther King,
does that mean no?
Give me a second. Listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
These men have tried to pretty much heal this issue, and they haven't.
No, they didn't.
Andrew Wilson certainly not to. Neither will CGA. So I don't have a prescription for the black community because the black community is pretty much doomed at this particular point. They have too much degeneracy. They have single mother rates at the 70 and 80%. But I'm going to tell you something. You want to come in here and tell me something about ecclesiastics, and you're telling me about the reality of the black community, how to fix it. Nobody's been able to fix that community. So there's nothing you can do, and I can't offer any solution for that.
Look,
now, at that particular point, you're saying the risk is higher. It certainly will be higher under those matriarchal conditions. So you get no argument from me there. So at that point, where's your statistics lie then?
Well,
where's your solution then?
I'll tell you again. So I'm glad
he's going to solve the community problems here. I'd love to hear this.
Listen again. I'm not saying
the black community problems solved by Andrew Wilson.
That says the guy who literally just got done saying, I have zero prescriptions.
Because nobody does. That community is here. But I would love to hear the black community solved by Andrew Wilson.
Yeah, so let me tell you a bunch of things that can be done which will help mitigate these issues.
Please do.
The first is
that you can accomplish. Not some pipe dream.
That can be accomplished.
Okay, here we go.
That can be accomplished politically and already are beginning to be accomplished politically. The first is you have to outlaw abortion. You have to. It has to be outlawed. And not by state where you can just go to the next state and do another abortion, right? One of the biggest problems with promiscuity in the black community is that they use abortion as a form of birth control. Same problem that you see in the white community, by the way. It's just more prevalent in the black community. The next problem that you have there is the lack of religiosity, where there used to be a really strong core religious base of based black men. And they were patriarchal, very patriarchal. And the thing is that it's the idea of these feminist bra-burning lunatics that told black women not to be under the evil patriarchy of their men. And yet, at this point, the men are rolling over and allowing the matriarchy to take over in their own community. Is a return to traditional church ethics going to assist that? Of course it will. Of course it will. How do I know? Because it did then, just a few short years ago. I'm not talking about hundreds of years ago. I'm talking about 60 years ago. By the way, there's other things that you can do too. Getting rid of EBT, getting rid of social programs which are designed to keep people dependent. These are all things which can be politically accomplished. Just like abortion, the starting of banning that was politically accomplished in our lifetime. And the thing is like, you have no prescriptions. Fuck, at least I'm trying here, man.
Man, Andrew, you are Captain Obvious. This is the obvious
why didn't you obviously state it as a prescription?
Because people have exhausted the means to be able to do this. Trust me, there have been people way better than you that dress better than you and shave their beard better than you that can do this, and they haven't been able to accomplish it. You have the Democratic Party that is highly influential. 92% of black women voted for Democrats. That's also possibly where most of those women go to church. Most of black churches are overwhelmingly women. It's a woman's club, and you're telling me about something completely obvious that everybody has pointed out for 25 years. You're not giving me anything new. This is a completely obvious scenario, and you believe that you've enlightened me over here, and you're waiting for me to give you a solution. Let me tell you something.
It's not about changing your mind.
You certainly would never do that. Now, at this particular point here, the unsettling experience.
I'm going to stop it there.
That nigga is reeling, man.
Bro, 3 for
Down
3.
bad.
Like, this is one thing, man. Like, I was always wondering who was gonna be the first black content creator to get sacrificed to Andrew Wilson in the debate. But goddamn, I didn't want it to be Coach CGA. I didn't want it to be him. But he
is reeling though. He throwing a lightweight temper tantrum, man. Because he can't even get an intellectual thought out. He just spewing his thoughts and opinions and his emotions.
In the face of superior intellect, that's what happens.
That's good. But that's the wrong place to do it because you just look dumb.
Yeah, but the bad part about he had that opportunity to say the same thing that I guess Andrew Wilson said, but he chose not to say it. I don't know why. Is he afraid? I don't know why he didn't.
No, but because
those are obvious, like you said, those are obvious answers that he's given. But he's afraid to really address it. Why? What's
because he the type of nigga that disassociates himself with the black community. You can hear what he said and how he said it. He was like, damn, what he said. He said, so you want to tell me how to done the black community? He said that community is something. He didn't say my community or this community. He said something else too. I don't want to spend time.
Does he have a white wife?
Oh yeah, well see, I didn't even know that.
No, Coach Greg Adams is not getting married.
Coach Greg Adams is not married.
Yeah, he's not getting married.
He don't really rock with the black.
Does he got a white woman?
Before we do that, did y'all miss what he said though? It's not to say that he didn't understand that these are valuable solutions. It's the fact that he doesn't think that anyone would be able to implement them in the way that they would actually work. Can we name anyone in recent history, any leader who has been able to effectively accomplish what Andrew Wilson is talking about? Can you name anybody who didn't understand what these problems are? Andrew Wilson may be more eloquent, but I don't think he said anything differently than what we've been saying on the panels for the longest. It's not like and that's what Coach Greg Adams was basically saying. You're not going to enlighten me here. I know this. I've heard this. I've tried this. Shit didn't work up until this point. So is there anyone who could actually move the needle versus like, because these are great, but these are talking points, right? Andrew Wilson is not going to sit there marching. Andrew Wilson is not going to sit there and put money into shit. He's not going to help our politics. What is Andrew Wilson going to do to put rubber to the road? Not a fucking thing. So what I'm saying is we could all say this and it always sounds good, but who's able to actually implement what's going on? How do you galvanize people to get to change these attitudes? We've been beating women in the head with this shit on these panels and in real life for who knows, I guess the better part of a decade by now, and I don't know if we've been able to move the needle yet. And
I can
it
tell
sounds
you
like
how,
that's the
Trev.
standpoint he's coming from.
I can tell you how, Trev. It's by two men coming on television or on stream or on YouTube and having a conversation that's real. And when Andrew Wilson asked him the question, not shut down like a little girl and say, well, it's already been done before. Well, yeah, that's cool. Or it's already been said before. That's cool. Well, it has to keep being said until it's fixed. I mean, what you going to do? Say, well, it's already been said before. It can't be fixed and it's never going to be fixed. So fuck them. I mean, well, of course, what Andrew Wilson has said is way better than that. Like, come on now.
I don't think that
I get it. I get it. What it was said.
Since I've been on this
doing shit.
Since I've been on this panel, I ain't never heard us prescribe that black women shouldn't get abortions. I've never heard anybody say that ever. I think the closest person to saying anything about being anti-abortion was me. But I have been on here before, for 6-7 months. Cool. I've never seen anybody on here support and not have EBT at all. And we just had a whole EBT episode and not one person suggested getting rid of it or anything that sounded like that. And then 3, I've also never heard us talk about, well, we used to have a lot more, a strong religious base, and black men to get back to being religious, being religiously centered, and so they can be leaders. So
you ever heard of Humble Dad or Darwin?
I've heard that.
So, right, I haven't. So maybe I'll give you the last one. But of the 2, nobody else has said that shit. Nobody.
Not the EBT shit, but we definitely have talked about
the religious one.
not
Sure, I'll
having
give you
the
that one. You
ABOs.
just said Humble Dad. I know Humble Dad's a religious guy, so I'll give you that one. But we can't sit here and act like the stuff that he said, that these prescriptions that he came up with, just because he don't believe that they can't be done, doesn't mean they're still not prescriptions of what could or should be done. And that's where it's on you as a black guy debating a white guy to make sure that you don't ever see that ground to him in an argument. Because the stuff that he's talked about, of course, we've all heard it before. Repeat the shit. Just because it doesn't work doesn't mean that it's inadequate or it's invalid. It just hasn't worked because no one has done anything about it. And the people who have the ability to do something about it, they're not going to, because it required them to give up EBT. It required them to get IUDs or just stop fucking for free, or start using condoms, or it's going to have niggas start getting off the couch on Sundays and going back to church.
I mean, I totally agree, man.
Go ahead, Dope. I think you're trying to say something.
No, I didn't watch the full clip. I think I did have something to say to something that somebody said, but I had it lost me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and run some more of this clip just to get everybody up to speed to add to the combo.
It's that men experience in divorce. All right. You're saying you're just going to mitigate it or eradicate it. What about the small percentage of men that experience it and go through issues like high levels of self-deletion, high levels of them not being able to recover financially ever? They're still going to experience this under your scenario. Yes. This doesn't disappear.
It'll never
What prescription do you have for those men that went to your marriage and they got divorced 33%? What do you do with these men?
33%.
Okay, 20%, 30%. It still was at a high rate.
I think it would
what
even
prescription
be lower than that.
You would hope so. You would hope so. But hope is not a strategy. What hold on for a second. What scenario do you have for men that you led into the burning building when they experience separation from their children, parental alienation, high levels of self-deletion? What prescription do you have, sir, that you sold? You have all the answers. Please enlighten us. What you're going to do with these men? Are you going to enforce them to have sex with other virgins that you have on the sideline?
I'll answer the question, but I want to make a deal with you that if I answer this last question of yours, that you'll actually answer when I ask you after that.
Listen, we're not in a court of law. I don't have to answer anything. I can state something.
Yeah, no, but I'm asking if we can make a deal. That if I answer this question, you'll answer my next
question that you ask me. I'll consider.
So we're not going to make a deal on that?
I don't have to make a deal. Listen,
you don't have to. I'm asking if you will.
Possibly. So go ahead.
Possible. Okay. Well, then I possibly will hold the debate hostage until you possibly make a deal with me.
All right. Great. So that gives me the floor.
So we'll just sit here and stare at each other, or we just filibuster each other.
Like at this particular point. You don't want to.
So I can answer
it. You want to answer it.
But you're not going to. But you're not going to answer mine. I just want that clear. You're not going to answer mine after. You're just going to filibuster and
answered the
stonewall
question.
again.
I asked you the question, put it on the table.
So this is pretty simple, right? What you're proposing here. Every policy prescription which is made anywhere in any nation, with any people group, from the tribal all the way to the national level, is going to be a trade-off, no matter what. There's always going to be some people who are disaffected by it in some small percentage, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. We don't run societies based on outliers. The second thing is, when it comes to suicide in men, particularly, one of the best ways to mitigate that is to begin the process of eliminating deployment of troops abroad. Because one of the biggest contributing factors to male suicide, including in marriage with divorce, is their veteran status. And it's because they really depend on their family to assist them with what's going on mentally from the fact that they've been deployed in these wars. And one thing you could really do that would help that's what the American First policy is we want to bring the troops home, no more foreign wars. That will greatly help and aid with this problem. And by the way, policy-wise, it's already been aiding with this as Trump has wound these wars down. And by the way, I'll point out
that's a good one. I like it.
I'll point out a few more things that you can
please do. Yes.
So another thing that you can do is at the national level, right? From propaganda works. I'm sure you agree. Propaganda absolutely works.
Absolutely.
If at a national level you had propaganda, which instead of showing LGBTQ flags, degeneracy, girl bossing, shit like this, which is what you see everywhere, you had institutional family units instead, right? And that was what you saw everywhere that you went. And that was where the social status was. At the top-down level, that would really help change people's psyches around the same way they were indoctrinated towards the degeneracy, same way you can indoctrinate them out of degeneracy. That's how we got a whole nation to smoke. And it's also how we got a whole nation to quit smoking. So the thing is, like, there really are good prescriptions here. And the only thing I get from you...
Wait a minute.
Hang on.
We're talking about self-deletion of men.
Almost done.
Okay.
Yes. That'll help with self-deletion of men. Yes. And it's one of the biggest contributing factors. Single motherhood, another huge contributing factor. These are all things which we need to mitigate. And by the way, these are all great prescriptions. You said I don't have none.
No, for a second. That's what you said. Now, here's the deal. These are great prescriptions. I happen to live in the time that you're talking about when the FCC didn't allow degeneration.
Let's stop it there. All right. In white law. Dope. Anybody? Yeah, I want to respond.
Ain't that the bald dude that was talking about us that one time? Was that me and you, Trev?
Coach Greg Adams? Nah, he never talked about me. That ain't nah.
So it was just me, nobody else on the panel. He was
Coach Greg Adams was talking about you?
We called you a simp or something?
Nah, you saying a whole lot of slick shit.
Word?
Yeah, let me see. So
Nigga corny.
why so why would he refuse to answer the question?
He's a cornball. He's a nut, man.
Oh my god. Yeah, man.
No, I agree with Watch. I think this guy sleeps with a lot of white women.
I don't care about that. But he a cornball, man. Like, I seen the streams, bro. Like, a lot of, like, bro, if you can't just give it up and be honest and like, you took the L, bro. Like, you want to, like, come on, man.
But how many do, like, listen, most guys that I've ever met with, when I know that their preference is like white women, they're just all corny.
Nah,
come on, straight like that.
I think we're getting beside the point.
That's real. That's why he sounds.
Nah, he just like that because he's corny. Like, it's corny.
Yeah, he did. Hold on, y'all. Let's get back to the rhetoric, man, about what was being said. I don't want to spend too much time hanging on that.
He sound like the definition. He's like the definition of what women be talking about. Like when dudes get a whole bunch of money and then they don't want to date black women no more, or they just act like they too good or something. Like, bro, just
that's what I'm saying. Yep.
He out of touch, man. He out of touch.
Like, look at Kanye. When
he the wrong person to have up there speaking on marriage in a black community at all. Like, he shouldn't even be up there.
He first of all, okay. So one, he doesn't answer a direct question, right? So Andrew's giving him a bunch of solutions. And he's like, yeah, I heard that before. Okay, but these are solutions. You asked me what solutions are. I'm saying these are solutions. I know you heard them before. It's still different. I got 2 kids. I repeat the same thing over and over again to my kids because I'm trying to get them to understand this is how you solve the issue, or do what I'm trying to tell you to do. He's giving him solutions, and he's like, yeah, I heard that before. It's like, okay. This dude is not looking for no solutions. He's just there because he's like, damn, what white woman's around the corner that I could go sleep with because I don't care about no marriage. I don't care about no marriage because at the end of the day, and then the funny thing is, he brought up black on black marriage. Like he cares about that. You care about a brother and a sister coming together, making a family? Really? Okay, if you care about that, and somebody's trying to tell you, hey, bro, these are some solutions you got to do. Now, I don't agree that the right person to give this information is Andrew. You know what I'm saying? I could care less. This is why I hate debates. I hate debates because they don't do nothing. They're not fruitful. Everybody's just trying to prove their point and no one's trying to learn nothing. This is why I hate debates. I prefer a conversation. This dude is not there for a conversation. He's there to win his argument. So therefore, that's why he looks like an idiot, not saying or answering a question. And then Andrew's giving him facts as if he went and spoke to Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, and freaking whatever other freaking black leader you want to bring up. Giving them straight facts. Tell your women to stop aborting your so-called black babies. Forget government assistance, which is the same stuff I've heard this dude say. I've heard Coach say that type of stuff on his channel. So he's not looking for solutions. He's just looking for the next white woman around the corner.
I think I ain't really watched everything that y'all been watching, but when I hear somebody refuse to answer questions, and when I hear him talking like that, that's kind of like what I hear girls do, and because they typically get flustered and they get like that when they in debates or conversations and stuff like that. So that was real sassy to me. I don't watch his content or know him, but I can't stand when somebody like gets sassy. I don't know. I hold men to that standard of like, yo, be able to have a conversation with me without getting emotional. Drop your facts, and also like that's why I don't like debates. It's like, are you afraid to be wrong? If he's making good points and he's making it, and he's like, making sound points, I'll try to help you make your points. I don't care if I'm wrong. I don't care if the position I came in with changes when I leave. I'm trying to get to the truth, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's part of a debate. You just yield. You know what I'm saying? You just yield to the point. He wasn't.
No. A debate is you're trying to win your argument.
No. Well, no. In a debate, if you're debating on a topic, if somebody brings up something and they're right, you don't keep debating it. If you know they're right, you just yield to that point and you guys keep going. That's the problem. People don't really know how to debate. And then the internet has given people microphones and they think everything is a fucking debate. You're only supposed to debate ideologies and opinions. You can't debate facts, bro.
Well,
it's no point in us sitting here debating facts. Go ahead.
No, you can absolutely debate facts, and there's.
I mean, you can, but it's pointless because if I'm saying the fact, the correct truth that we both know is true, it's no point in somebody debating me.
Well, that's so. The thing about debates is you don't have to be right to win a debate, and that's the thing with the debate, which is why I don't like them.
Right.
You just got to be better at getting the crowd to. You might be better at communicating, right? You might have all the wrong information. You can still win a debate if you.
Well, that's wrong, bro. I said, see, now you're getting into semantics. I said facts. I said you can't debate facts. That's
so.
I
got a question for you: is the winner of a debate factually always the winner of the debate?
That's part of it.
No. Is it either a fact that they want to debate or is it a opinion to the judges?
Coy, it should be not what should exist, but what tends to happen.
Hold on, what was it?
But
Say that to the question again.
Is if somebody wins a debate, was it a fact that they were right more, or like did they factually win that debate?
See, no, because it depends on what you're debating. Now I'm talking about a fact. Listen, bro. If it's no point in us debating whether my hat is red or not, you know what I'm saying, or if it has red in it or not. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's somebody that's colorblind, they can be granted. But we can't debate that it's red in my hat. That's a fact. You understand what I'm saying? We can debate what shade of red it is. We could be like, okay, no, that's 00125, and somebody else could be like, that's 010 off our opinion, and then we can go look it up.
Do you know why it's debatable that your head is red?
Why?
Do you know the definition of red?
No, please enlighten me.
Okay,
I thought it was just a color, but go ahead.
So colors are mathematics. Color is math, right? I'm just being honest.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
There's a color code for your hat, right?
That's what I was just referencing.
I'm just saying, like, if somebody really wanted to get into it, your hat is nothing but what my eyes feed me information, and my eyes tell me that your hat is red, right?
But then I did say if somebody is colorblind, we could grant them that, bro. But this is what I'm saying. Somebody want to get into semantics. When I say, bro, you can't debate facts. You can't debate facts. That's all. Well, I'm not gonna say you can't. Nowadays people they do debate facts, and that makes it all fucked up. That's all I'm saying. It's dumb to debate facts.
I am Cooley, right? I am cool.
Co-will.
All right. So I agree with Dope on the simple fact that the word debate, if you look up the etymology of the word, it means argument. That's what the word means. One second. That's what the word means. It just means argument. Debate means argument.
Period.
I don't that's what the word means, and I'll let you speak, but you can debate that if you want, but I'm not going to debate it. It's what the word means, right? It's an argument, right? I don't like debates because all your job is to do is to prove your point. I like conversations because if I'm wrong to what Dope says, okay, I'm wrong. Like I'd rather get the truth, right? You did also.
So listen, bro. The thing is, no. See, you just tried to oversimplify the definition of debate. The definition of debate is a formal discussion on a particular topic in a public meeting or legislative assembly in which opposing arguments are put forward. Opposing arguments, not a fact. We can argue about, like I said, ideologies and things that we have opinions about. But
still an argument.
I'm talking about a real debate. I'm not talking about what people do nowadays. Listen, bro. I'm not talking about what people do nowadays on the internet. I'm talking about what a debate was made to
do. Shit like that is right. If it says argument,
it still says argument, brother.
Yes, argument.
It says which opposing arguments are put forward.
Arguments. It's an argument.
No, but a formal discussion on a particular topic.
Doesn't matter. It says argument.
Bro, you can't take off the beginning of the definition. What the fuck?
What are you talking about? It says argument in the definition. It's an argument.
Cool.
Bro, hold on, bro. That's not even logical, bro. We can't take a word, right, and then read the definition and then take one word out of that definition and extrapolate that and be like, that's it. That's what it is. What?
That's exactly what you can do. What?
Seriously, bro? That's
yes. You talking about you can't argue? Wait. You first of all, you said you can't debate facts. Yes, you can. 100% can debate facts.
No, the only people who debate facts, things that have been proven to be true, are fools.
Exactly.
I'm not going to sit and argue with nobody about 2 + 2 being 4, water being wet, or fire being hot. Anybody who wants to debate facts is an idiot.
But exactly. regardless of that, it's still true that
like it doesn't matter if you're an idiot or not. You can debate the interpretation. What is hot? How hot is? You know what I'm saying?
That's not what debates are.
The winner of a debate.
The people who think like that are the reason why the trans community exists.
No, hold on, but I'm about to answer. But listen, I'm gonna answer your question.
Also, why cell phones exist.
But the only matter of fact, I'm gonna answer like past your question. But the reason people can pick or decide who won the debate is because it's opinions and ideologies. It's not a fact. They're not debating on whether 2 + 2 is 4, or is it clouds in the sky, or is Michigan kind of shaped like a mitten? They not debating that type of stuff. So people can't be like, oh, I think he's right, or I think he's right. Debates are supposed to be opposing opinions or opposing ideologies, not opposing facts. Because facts, come on now, we can't play semantics.
You can. So this is the thing, right?
We gotta get back to some more of that video too.
Real quick, you know how like you like sports?
They cool.
Okay, so if you go on any sports show, Undisputed, whatever, right? You'll get all of the analysts who get together, and every day they'll make different arguments and opposing arguments with the same data points.
Yep.
I'm just saying they'll take the same data. We all have access to the same data, but you'll grab data over here that says Tom Brady is the best ever because of this, and then I'll pull my data points that say, oh yeah, but here are some other facts that show that he's not the greatest person ever.
But that's a debate.
Yeah,
because guess what? Because it's not a fact that Tom Brady is the best.
It's an opinion.
Yeah, but they're taking facts in order to make that argument, which is what
but
you want to debate.
You can't say Tom Brady is the best at anything. It's always going to be an opinion.
Well,
unless you can factually prove something true with beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's not a fact.
Well, you can't debate over a fact. You can't it's like you can't debate over an actual fact.
Yeah, no, you're not going to argue with me about 3 + 1 being 4. I agree.
If you're debating something, typically you're debating
that's an opinion, my nigga. That's you just prove my point.
Opinions get debated, not facts.
You're using
Look, man, my internet,
my argument.
No, you're not.
My internet went out. My internet went out. Look.
So you can definitely use facts to substantiate an opinion, but you can't ever use facts to make something true though. That's what I'm saying. Like fact that Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowls, right? That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
He's the winningest playoff quarterback in football history. That's a fact.
That's not a fact. Right?
That he's the winningest quarterback in playoff history.
So when you say he has the most Super Bowls, that's a fact, right? But then when you take another word that may be subjective,
no. What did I say that wasn't a fact? Because Tom Brady has more playoff wins than any other quarterback in history.
Say that again. He's the most winningest.
He's the winningest quarterback in playoff quarterback in NFL history.
So what's the definition of winningest quarterback?
Come on, man.
Just answer it. You just gotta answer it. You just gotta answer.
Every time I have an argument, anything I say, any word I use,
the thing is, you're getting it confused. You can, like Willie said, no, not you, not you. We agreeing. I'm saying, I'm not getting it confused. You can use facts in your debate.
All right, let's go to get back to this video, yo.
Answer his question though.
And I was able to live through the time where they started to allow it. So I, unfortunately, was able to see a time where America was great and now we had dysfunction. So I agree with some of those things. That took place probably 40 or 50 years. It would take a very, very unique scenario for that to occur when you have Cardi B and this type of music out here. And she's a single mother divorcee with a man that is having babies.
See, now that's a good argument.
Okay, so how
that's an actual argument.
Hold on for a second. No, that's something that you agree with. That's okay.
No, that's okay. An actual argument.
No, it's an agree. You just agree. You can be humble enough to say you.
That's an actual argument.
No, listen. You don't have to be. You don't have to belittle or attempt to belittle. Well, I'm here a grown ass man.
The argument
just say
is
you agree.
Propaganda
Hey,
takes
listen.
time.
Just say you agree. You want to be the
answer.
It's not a matter of agreement.
It's a matter of recognizing that was an argument.
It's okay, sir.
It's the only argument
you're not
you've
used
made
to
the whole
somebody
debate.
across from you. No, just say you agree. You can humble yourself in the side.
I don't agree.
Now,
it's just an argument.
You agree. Be a big boy. Be a big boy.
I don't agree, but it's an argument.
Here's a second.
Okay.
You're telling me it's going to take 50 to 100 years.
No.
I ask you about a man that's considering taking his life today. You're telling me about propaganda machine. Okay, there are men here that are been abandoned from their kids. They've been alienated. I'm talking about today. I'm not talking about in the church. I'm talking about today.
Okay. I'll answer
You're telling
today.
me about some scenario where you're going to change liberalism and bring in righteous conservatism. That's not going to work today. We need solutions for men today, not 50 years from the turning point meeting. Okay. At this point, today we have men that are in dire need of help.
I agree.
They're going through unsettling situations and divorces. This is who I speak to, and you keep telling me obvious answers about propaganda and changing this and going to church. This sounds great on paper, but that doesn't happen today. You don't start that today. Can you give me a one solution you got that starts today, Mr. I got all the solutions? We can start today.
Yeah. If you assist with funding MRA groups today who are trying to legislate and get legislation passed today to create preventative measures for those men today. Now, if you ask me, can you do anything about a man who might be willing to blow his head off right this second because he's already going through the events of divorce, which I had nothing to do with, wasn't there for, could never do anything about?
Nobody can do anything
Can you prevent?
about it.
Of course nobody can, but that's built
Even
into
your righteous
but that's
ecclesiastic reverend
built
from the pulpit.
Yes, but it's built into the question. What you're building into the question is probably the worst framing ever. Andrew, if somebody right this second is willing to do something bad, can you stop them?
Here it comes. Look at the scenario.
Understand.
But your scenario is to change MRA funding when women outvote men 60 to 40%, and you have women lobbyist groups and 0 men lobby groups. That's what you're telling me.
Really
We're going to change to fund MRA groups.
Congress makes the law,
hold on
not
for a
the
second.
voters, sir.
Hold on. When
Congress makes the law.
MRAs are on some terror lists. Yes.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
you're telling me that they're going to start just switching funding? We're just going to switch funding over here to a terrorist organization,
the thing is,
according to some of these websites.
Yeah, I would say
this is just a pie in the sky. All your solutions are completely
not
pie
only
in the
is
sky.
it not pie in the sky, but I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example.
The least possible situation that can occur.
I'll give you an example of where it's already happened. So I would argue that the traditional churches are MRAs, that they are men's rights advocacy groups, and that's where traditional masculinity is mostly found today, where men are even allowed to be masculine. Hang on. Let me finish my point. And it is the case that those MRAs, in this case, the traditional churches, already got abortion rolled back, didn't they? They're already moving these things back. They're already at the forefront of fighting degeneracy. They are also the ones who are at the charitable forefront of helping those same veterans who are blowing their heads off when the government doesn't even pay any attention to them. When by the time the government was all done doing any of these reforms when it came to veterans associations, it was those pesky old traditional churches from Sky Daddy that you hate so much. They were the ones on the forefront who were actually assisting those people and not doing that. While you asked me this question, Andrew, what can you do right this second for a guy who's going to blow his head off? Well, probably nothing. But neither can you.
Of course
but
not.
at least we can do something about that not happening to others.
Okay, so that's very easy to accomplish in red states. And red states overwhelm.
Going to say something, Marcus?
Yeah. So just in trying to just engage with the conversation, that was a actual attempt at an actual conversation, which is fair. And as much as I would want to disagree with the framing of traditional masculinity would be in the church, and I'm guessing he would be talking about an extreme conservative right-wing YT church, I see how you can make that correlation when you see they're the ones that are not villainizing the patriarchy is what would be the version of masculinity that they would be describing. They would be trying to uphold that using, because I've heard people even say that the Bible, especially the Old Testament, is the most red pill book that you can find, and it embraces and pushes forward masculinity in a lot of different ways. I've heard men say that within the red pill movement. I think I heard it on this channel in the past before. So if you're vehemently subscribing to that ideology, then I can see how he got there. Plus, the thing that's angering the ultra feminist and the far left would be the natural opposition would be, unfortunately, because of the white supremacy aspects of it, but it would be the conservative right. That's the natural opposing enemy currently of that ideology as it stands. Black men, we kind of in the middle because we don't agree with white supremacy, but we also don't agree with the villainization of men and the effeminization that seems to be getting pushed from the other end. And I bet propaganda plays in moving forward society. Like I agree. If you want an immediate answer on the subject, is how do we solve drug crimes forever and no one ever takes drugs? You really can't just do it like that. It's a multi-pronged process from a multi-pronged problem. There are several funnels that might lead somebody into strong drug abuse or self-deletion. And there's several things that you should do in order to combat it. So to change society is going to be the same way. We didn't all just take one road to get here. This is the dumping ground of various different problems coming to a head and culmination in one spot. So propaganda is a very major thing. And most of the time men would agree when they talk about the role of the color purple, the role of Oprah, and the role of what the modern church did in creating an anti-marriage, anti-family, anti-male population that we currently have. So the argument is sound that propaganda and tools to reframe the narrative and push a specific ideology, because the truth is like 95% of people are followers and they can't think in any nuanced context. They can't think outside of a box, and they can only understand what's put right in front of them and given tips, and anything outside of that is either offensive or obscene to them. So yeah, it would not be a right now solution. It would have to be something they got spaced out and people walked into. But once you get them on that path, people will keep walking down. They done convinced us that men can have babies now because of propaganda. We don't believe it, but there's a large amount of population that will argue with you and say, no, men can't have babies. And you saying men can't have babies, you're being hateful. Like this is what propaganda does. Like, it's almost to the point where you don't want to believe nothing that they say propaganda-wise, because they are convincing people that men can have babies. These are facts. Men cannot have babies. But people will argue with you and call you hateful for saying it in a lot of different rooms. Propaganda is. I seen a special where they were talking about warfare of the future, and the number one tool was social programming. That is the way that a lot of countries engage in warfare, kind of like Captain America Civil War. You implant an idea in that population's schematics, and that ideology grows and can become a problem for it, especially for someplace like the US. So why wouldn't that be the same thing you use to fix someplace like the US, where culture wars and ideological ideologies reign supreme as far as how they shape policy and how we move forward? It does make sense. But if you can't see the nuance in that or have a defeatist attitude and mentality, then it's all going to seem like just it's going to like grasping at straws, because you can't even think past what's right in front of you to see that, hey, this is not just a simple A, B equals C solution. It's an algebraic expression. It's several different moving parts that have to be accounted for. So yeah, that's my thought.
All right. Law, you want to tap into this conversation?
No, man, I agree, man. I was just really, impressed with that algebraic expression that he brought up. I like that, bro. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I agree completely, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a compounded problem that is not just one reason. But yeah, I agree with the brother.
All right. Anybody else?
Were the states that got those things passed.
Yeah.
They were already going to get it passed without the interaction of these so-called righteous individuals.
That was
saying,
done
hold
at
on
the
for a
federal
second.
level,
Now
not
let's
the state level.
Yeah, through Donald Trump.
Yeah, the federal level.
Now watch this.
It has nothing
but
to do with
California, Nevada, these are all states that you can easily drive to and get it done because they're red,
which is why we
or
need
they're
a
blue
federal
states.
ban. Yeah.
And at that particular point, are we going to get a federal ban?
Yeah,
Do you believe
we
we have?
possibly could. Yeah,
possible.
It looks good. It looks good,
but
yeah.
we don't have it today. All right, so we don't.
You
we're not. Again, we don't have it.
So what you want to do?
More than likely,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you. You said it's possible, and I say more than possible. You're not going to get it. All right. So at that point,
that's what
now
they said about Roe v. Wade, and they were wrong.
They're wrong today. They're wrong. Possibly, we possibly might get it, but California they're not doing it. I can drive to California right now.
If there's a federal ban,
there's a
can't
woman
stop
that can drive it. I could take a woman to Nevada.
Yeah, but it's already decreasing the rates. It's already working. Like, what are you talking about? It's already effective.
All it does is just send women to another place.
And it reduces the amount of abortions.
It reduces it. So
significantly.
Now we're not. That's all we're talking about, reducing it. We're talking about now the unsettling experiences.
So do nothing?
We're doing something.
Yeah.
We're doing something. I'm informing people. I'm giving people the information.
To do what?
And you're telling me
what
a
do you
pie
want
in the sky
do?
solution that might take
Tell me
forever.
what men should do.
I'm telling you what they're doing. All right. At this particular point, this
Yeah.
is the question that you've been wanting to ask me. All right. I put out a book called 52 Things That Men Should Do Prior to Considering Marriage.
Okay.
What it does is take it through a step-by-step approach of what they need to look out for just to detect.
What does that do?
Hold on for a second.
Right
Hold on for a
now.
second. Just to detect This man's considering. I've had plenty of men that said they were considering marriage. They found the red flags because of my book, and they stopped getting married to a woman that eventually they saw would have been bad for them. That would have cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I'm doing something very positive. Now watch this. You mitigate the red flags. You allow men to understand what the process of marriage is.
Mitigating the risk.
Then you're going into possibly telling them what the state is involved in, how your children are affected, parental alienation, the odds of self-deletion, and so forth and so on. So that's an obvious
I want to make sure I got this right.
opportunity for men to learn.
So I want to get this right.
You're telling me
What
a pie in
you're
the sky
doing-
possibility of changing
Yeah,
laws
so what you're
when women
doing-
outvote men 60 to 40%.
Yeah, so you wrote, it doesn't, dude, you don't even understand the political process and how it works. Voting itself, when you're talking about
lobby groups.
Yeah, you're talking about lobby groups and
what men lobby
NGOs.
groups? What male lobby groups do they have?
The traditional churches.
Okay, we're back to church again.
They're the ones who do all the lobbying on behalf of men.
They're doing it on behalf of the men that follow them. That's not on
It's
behalf
for
of
all men. This abortion ban helps all men. Not some. Their charities to men who are going to kill themselves helps all men, not some.
It doesn't help all men in that situation.
Yes,
it helps the men.
It helps.
Because listen,
yes, it
I'm going
does.
to tell you where it doesn't. There might be a woman considering getting an abortion, and he wants to keep the kid. He has no mitigating risk.
They're the only ones trying to change that.
Exactly. Who is?
The traditional churches.
You're saying the traditional churches.
Yes.
All right. At that point, that doesn't help him.
Yes, it does help him.
So you're saying at that point, it's only the traditional church when you have hundreds of female lobbyist groups and you have them out.
They're the ones
men.
combating those
And
female
that's it.
lobbying groups.
And
yes.
that's it. How are they doing? Only the red
They're
states.
doing great.
Only the red states.
No, at the federal level, they're doing great. You're wrong.
You can still go to other states to get it done.
Yes, but we've still
this
managed to mitigate it even in those states. It's a war. It's a political war.
right.
That's how it works.
Exactly.
And not only that, let's point this out. Your whole solution here,
Go ahead, Marcus.
Man, so this is what I'm saying about having a defeatist mentality. You asking for a very simple solution to a complex thing and saying that it don't work. Like, you find somebody that's fighting against them. Okay, I already told you this group of people is fighting against them. Yeah, well, that don't work. You know, the tangible wins. Well, the other people are fighting more and better against. So what's your solution? Isn't an actual solution. You said buy your book with 52 suggestions. So is that gonna stop somebody from deleting themselves? Or it's gonna stop somebody from participating in life. So you're gonna stop them from dating, you're gonna stop them from marriage, you're gonna stop them from being a parent. And that's your solution. Just drop out of life. That's what I was saying earlier about a defeatist mentality. That's what that is. That's exactly what that is. And he just reinforced that for me. But go ahead.
Hey, dude is a sucker, bro. Like, I hate when, like, he's worse than these women that we talk about on these shows that are negative about everything, right? You know what I'm saying? If you're going to go into something with this whole defeatist mentality, right? You thinking everything is the worst, right? You catastrophizing everything. That's what you're going to get, a sucker like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm never going to support going around telling people don't do this, don't build families, don't try and, you know what I mean? Because that's a sucker mentality. I'd be a hypocrite because I think that's the best thing that I got going for me is building my family. You dig what I'm saying? So I want that for the young brothers that's coming behind me, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can you get you I know it's harder for the younger generation. You can get you a goofy out here. But the thing is, that's not what I want for them. I want you to do your due diligence and find one for you. They out here. You just got to look harder, but they out here. You dig what I'm saying? So, buddy trying to sell books being a loser.
And law, I even bite that he necessary, like not him specifically, but somebody who's had a negative experience is extremely necessary for a cautionary tale. Like I don't have a cautionary tale that I can explain that's going to be beneficial to somebody. So if somebody needs to hear the opposite side, I can't present that argument because I would be lying and pretending to be acknowledging something that's not. I'm not with the pump faking, so I don't have it to give. On somebody who do, I'm like, yeah, let me listen and maybe ask questions that somebody didn't think to ask, right? So I get that, but it's a difference between, yeah, bro, you need to look for these things when it comes to women, and this can be a hazard. And when this happens, it can make you feel like self-deleting. You're gonna lose your family. These is real things you gotta worry about. And let's try and put some things in place so we can prevent that from going bad. To nothing is gonna work. Just drop out and date white women. just drop out. They white women. Don't get me like, bruh. Shit is
Yeah,
crazy.
he not there to solve the problem. He there to disagree with everything.
Argument.
He there to try to be right, but
Yeah, debate.
that's not
I
working.
don't think so. I don't think that's his. I don't think that's his stance. So I don't know about what his racial preference is. People seem to know more about me than I never saw him say that, but I don't follow him that much to know that he has a
You want to take a
specific
bet?
preference that's not black women. But what I do know from what he said is that he did have a negative experience.
Wait, Trev, hold on.
right?
Trev, you said he don't his preference ain't. So
I don't know what it is.
You say
I don't know what it is. That's I don't know what it is. I haven't heard it.
Within 5 seconds, he was saying, "I don't date black women."
He always said
white women. He
always
clearly
said,
said that he only getting white women now.
Yeah, he always said white women.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
I can't co-sign that part of it, but yeah, that's not even the part that I wanted to make a point about. What I was saying was that he had a negative experience, right? Andrew Wilson is obviously in a happy marriage right now, so I see why they're opposed, right? His experience, he's basing it on his experience. I don't think that he's just being disingenuous and just out there just to argue a point. Whether I don't agree with a lot of what he says, but I don't think that he's just out there just to disagree or just to debate. Although he wasn't necessarily getting many of his points out in the beginning in particular, I don't think that he's being disingenuous. I think he really did have a negative experience and decided that, okay, well, I'm going to protect people from this negative experience because, like M. White just said, he's very necessary for the cautionary tale because we can't all go into a situation thinking sugar and spice and things that's nice because it ain't really like that, right? Most men don't have the discernment to deal with some of these women. I'm very familiar with some of these women. I'm not going to say that it's all, but again, far too many. Scandalous, right? We have enough stories to know that you sometimes are going to run into some bad situations. Shit, shit. Willie was gracious enough to give us his experience, and that could have easily flipped the way that he perceives women. Period. Right? And if sometimes when that happens to people, they're gonna be like, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it happens to you multiple times. It's a hurt that you don't want to go through. You could be alienated from your children. You could be run through the ringer. You could be financially destroyed. These are all potentials that people are risking. The foundation of the argument is if the marriages make sense for people, and I don't think it makes sense for everyone. I think that it's a great thing to strive for, but you have to be extremely cautious. And I can see why someone may have a cynical attitude about it, only because it's dangerous. And I understand that a lot of men who are doing very well can easily say that it's easy to get a woman. I dig that part of it, but I think we're really forgetting about the perspective of almost everyone else who don't have the same access that we do. That's a real thing. And sometimes we take it for granted. We're not understanding that part of it.
A lot of married men, they look miserable out here.
One second.
Say again?
I want to ask Trevor a question real quick because I don't want to judge your comments because my eyebrows went up when you said that he wasn't being disingenuous. Do you?
Yeah.
Real quick, you really believe that Coach is not being disingenuous? Like that's your honest opinion based on what you saw?
I don't come on here to cap. I mean, again, I don't agree with his perspective, but I still can understand it, like where he's coming from. A lot of things that I disagree with, I could still, get into the mind and be like, you know what? Okay, I could see why they got to this point, even though I disagree. And if I were talking to him, then I would probably try to sway him a different way, right? But that's just me. But I don't think he's being disingenuous. I think he truly believes what he's saying. From what I've seen, he's always had that stance.
I asked Trev that because I just want to get clarification. Then I'll let you go, brother. If he's not being disingenuous, then when he asks Andrew for solutions, and Andrew's giving them solutions. Why is he shutting those solutions down?
Because it's not, like I stated a little earlier, it's not something that most of us here in the panel, or I've definitely, anything that he said, period, from public assistance, definitely, from stopping self-deletions, all these things, I've absolutely heard every bit of those before. I'm sure CGA, who's in the space, has heard those before. So it's not like Andrew Wilson was enlightening him at that point. He wasn't. Now, have we tried to talk to people? Like, how many times we did that when there's some hard-headed person on here who's not trying to hear none of that shit?
Yeah,
And we like, damn, this is what we're dealing with. We've had that time and time again. So what he's dealing with is the frustrations of it, of trying to make these things work and seeing it to no avail, because sometimes people are hard-headed. Just like we know YNs is hard-headed, right? Some of us can reach them, but damn, for the most part, you be like, man, look, we gonna have to depend on the next generation. There's some, I don't think that there's anybody on this panel who would not agree that some people you just got to leave behind, right? And not everybody's getting on Noah's Ark. That's just what it is. So with that, I'm not saying that I agree with CGA at this point. I don't. But I'm just telling you that I can understand where his perspective is and who he's speaking for. And a lot of us like to joke around and be like, incel, 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 and all this crazy shit. But in real life, these are like your average dudes. Like, and I can tell you that because I talk to a lot of dudes who genuinely want to just be with a woman. Some of them got their bread together, but they may not have the charisma or charm to be able to maintain a woman. Or sometimes women see, okay, well, I see this dude, he a lick, I'm about to get him,
bro. But
that
that's the
shit
same.
hardens you.
That's the same talking point, though, bro. We supposed to be moving forward. You don't sit down with this smart. I ain't gonna say smarter, with this intellectual person and start talking about the same shit that we be talking about on these black podcasts, bro. You got to be moving forward, especially when he asking you for a solution. You looking like a dummy, dog.
I don't think. See, but that's
Not
the,
you,
that's
I'm
the
talking
thing.
about
His
him.
No. I'm not taking it for me. No, we good. He's not trying to come up with a solution. Is what I'm saying. He's already like everyone said, what, the defeatist mentality. He's already had that, and he's saying your best solution is to go your own way, right, and not deal with it in that aspect.
But that's not an option,
which is degeneracy, which is what I disagree with. I think there's
But that's not an option for men to be productive, though, bro.
No, but yes, but it's still an option for people to choose. My only issue is, why then ask? Because I remember what he said. He said, "What is the solution?" As if he didn't know. Now, granted, maybe Andrew gave him stuff that he heard already, right? But he asked, "What's the solution?" The solution is going to always be the same. It's no different. Like if me and you are a soldier, Trev, and we go to war, right? The general will say, "Hey, listen, make sure your gun's loaded, make sure you got bullets, and make sure you point and shoot."
That's not how that works.
You got it.
No, 1 second. I'm making a point. Hold on, I'm making a point. That's just what the general says.
That's not what he says.
Maybe 1,000 years ago.
He's just using an analogy to make a point. Go
ahead.
I'm trying to finish it. I'm using an analogy. Like, I'm just using an analogy. I'm just saying, okay. 1855, okay? Me and you in war. So the general says, hey, make sure you suited up, make sure you got your gear, make sure you point and shoot, right? Basic, right? That goes for every soldier. That goes for everybody, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
What Andrew is telling him is, yes, I know you've heard this before, but that's the solution, brother. Now,
so
if you feel like it's not attainable, you've heard it before, it's not working. Malcolm X couldn't sell it. Martin Luther King couldn't sell the dream. Whoever you want to pull,
what do you want?
Get our people to get to the point. Andrew's just.
What the fuck are you sneaking around for?
That's all he's doing. He's just answering his question. That's all he's doing. Now, if he's jaded and he doesn't believe in that anymore, or he's just too hurt to accept it, He asked Andrew that question. Andrew's only giving him the same answer everybody's going to give him. It's not going to change.
I got it. So you know what I think we're missing, which I could be the one actually missing it, but I don't think that the premise of the debate is to find solutions. From what I see for their opposition, it appears as that he's saying marriage is a better solution for people, and this is why. Where Coach Greg Adams is saying, no, F that. Marriage is not what we should do, and this is why. If we look at it from that stance, then a lot of what he is saying might resonate more. Not that I would agree with it, but I think that's the point that he's coming from. I don't think he's trying to find solutions. If he was trying to find solutions, then he's doing a shitty job at it. But I don't think that's what CGA is doing at all.
All right, so there's a point in the beginning, which I may have to go out and listen to the beginning of it, where Andrew pointed out that you seem to only be focusing on the divorce. You know, like you seem to agree with me when it comes to marriage, but I don't think Coach Greg really wanted to kind of say that, because it kind of made sense, because he just focusing on what happens when you get divorced. And so Andrew's point is like, well, why we focus on getting to that point? You know, why don't we focus more on the institution of marriage and how other cultures and people are getting it right? Because I think he made some references for another country or another culture as far as how they're getting it right today, not in the past. It's happening today. So the institution of marriage still can work, but it seems to be not working for the Black community. But the only talking points that you seem to be talking about is from a place of divorce. So I don't know if that gives a little bit more context as far as, you know, how this discussion was going, but Andrew is definitely focusing more on the marriage. And I think Coach Greg Adams has been speaking his points. And I think it is some truth of what Trev is saying. You know, if you think about some of the people that we have had on the panel, and I've experienced talking to some folks, and then you just can't get to them. They're just stuck on their beliefs. Like they're stuck on whatever it is that they have came to that conclusion, and you're not steering them off that mountain. Even if it logically makes sense, they're still not coming up off of it. And you got to look and just make the decision, like, you know what, I'm gonna just leave. I'm gonna leave well alone and just keep it moving. So,
JR, I agree with you, but remember, I heard Coach say to Andrew, well, since you got all the answers, what are some of the solutions? He asked that question, which leads me to believe the reason why he asked that is because Andrew was making good points on why marriage is a good option to build a community, families, and a stronger society. So that's why Coach hit back with, well, since you got all the answers, then why can't give me some solutions for why our people can't seem to stay married and it's not what it was in the 1950s and the 1800s. And then Andrew says, well, one, and then he just gave him a bunch of, you know, stuff that would help. All I'm saying is that's just the answer. All Coach had to say was, well, I agree with that, because that would help. Unfortunately, me and my people were not able to understand that. That would be a better answer to that response. But what he ended up doing is disregarding that and then start arguing about a bunch of random stuff that don't make no damn sense. Because at the end of the day, no nation can prosper without families. Unfortunately, if you want your nation to grow, you need men and women to have babies. The men need to take care of the family, and the women need to take care of the home. That's just how every nation grows, you guys. Everyone knows that.
All right, I do want to get Willie and Hinkin now. I haven't heard from them in a while. What are your thoughts about the conversation, Willie?
It seems basically, it looked to me, here's what I see. Excuse me. I saw Greg Adams just basically tell him that, hey, man, you're not saying anything new. And that wasn't the challenge he gave him. He asked him to, hey, prescribe things that will have fixed the Black community. Andrew Wilson did that. And Greg pushed back because he didn't say anything new or that had never been seen before, because he felt like those things aren't doable. It's so unfortunately, when you talk to some people, that's just how they receive information. And then you can't expect them to have what you would say a logical or rational response to it, because he answered the question that's asked. But what Greg really wanted to say is, what else can we do? What can we do other than the things that we've already been parroted for decades? Then he would have listed the same three things, and then Andrew would have had the challenge to come up with 4, 5, and 6 instead of repeating 1, 2, and 3 that everybody knows about.
Okay. What about you, Hank? Then I'm gonna go to Mark and White. I know you're trying to get in there too.
So I think with the solutions that he brought out, yeah, we heard them before, but nobody's ever really pushed the issue. Not in my opinion. Now, a couple of those things you're gonna need some political backing with the EBT and of course the abortion thing. You're gonna need that, but nobody's really pushed that. I mean, we see an example of it right now today. EBT being cut off, and some of these individuals are just going all the way left with the way they move and how they operate and how they act, and because of it. Now, imagine now they had to maybe do, instead of just 30 days, maybe they had to do 3 months and see how that moves. Are they willing to figure it out? I mean, are there going to be some hey big head texts being sent out to the father of the kids, and maybe I know things didn't work out the last time we tried to get together, but how about now? Are these people willing to do that? I don't know. So, come up with solutions, take them solutions into consideration, and maybe try it. Not just
is that a
say,
vibe?
well, this ain't going to work, or this is not going to happen. We heard it before. We heard it before. It doesn't mean we pursued it. So go ahead, Trey.
Is that a vibe optional to like just starve them out and have them beg for mercy? Is that going to be something that really
we don't know. We never tried it.
Has longevity. I mean, so one thing that I do know is that if someone is with you out of desperation or out of necessity, it's usually not a good thing to attach yourself to a woman who sees you because of either of those two reasons. You generally don't have successful relationships. She'll latch on to the next train smoking in reality. So I heard it, and everybody talking about that, kitty about to be $40 and blah, blah, blah. And I get it, but I don't think it's going to be that's going to have them acting right for real. Like, because I mean, if it ain't that, it's going to be something else to pop up. They're going to find a way to get to the bread. Like, I don't think we're going to get back to the point where women are actually dependent on us for real. There are going to be some deadbeats who, with the shits, I mean, that's just going to do that. But I don't think it's going to be by and large women just decide, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and bow down to homeboy because he got the chicken right now. I mean, that's a trick mindset to me, in all honesty. So I wouldn't really want to promote that per se, because I don't think that you should ever have a woman, but you can't just strip women of certain things and then say, okay, now we're gonna like, she has to actually be attracted to you. She has to want you. Like, I can't see how just taking things away from them and then now they're just gonna like submit.
But Trev, my thing was going back to their baby father. So there was some level of attraction at one time. There was some level of being with them before they found them attractive enough, at least long enough to get a nut off. So why, let's be honest. Most divorces end up in situations where they just can't have a civil conversation. Nobody wants to hear nobody. It's not really. Now you're gonna have some situation where it might have been domestic violence, and I understand. Don't ever go back to that situation. I would never encourage nobody, man or woman, to do that. Now, of course, they're gonna have the situation cheat. Now, if a woman can take a man back because he stepped out, okay, well, let's see. If not, I understand if you don't go back, or vice versa. A man accepted his woman going out and cheating on. Okay, cool. But a lot of these other reasons why they cheat, they talk about money and stuff like that. Come on, man. That's something that could be fixed or corrected.
I don't know if that's something.
Yeah, you got a lot of people that's not willing to do those things because they can't have a civil conversation long enough to even address the issue.
Hey, Trev, ask you a question real quick before
Yeah.
Nope goes real quick. I just want to ask you a
Yeah.
question. Are you married? Are you from marriage?
Since 2007.
Okay, so you're from marriage. You understand marriage. Let me ask you a question because I think Hank brought it up perfectly. Are okay. When we say men are leaders, I take that to mean that we take responsibility for how things are operating, right? So you brought up a point. You said most women are not willing to be wives, and you can't force a woman to submit to you. I agree with that because they have free will. But if the men stop trying to wife up, or we start to say only wife up the, because back in the day, like y'all know, I'm from Jamaica, so one of the things in Jamaica that we used to say um, verbatim on the island is, if a woman is not a virgin, you know, you might get some dick, but not necessarily going to wife you. So I think if the men start making certain standards, like if we're the leaders and the woman's not willing to submit, stop giving these women commitments. Use them for what they want to use you for, and y'all as a man, you guys kind of figure out what you want to do, right? But if a woman's like, "Oh, you need to marry me," in order to get this pom pom, but she ain't submitting to you, as a man, you got to say, "Well, nah, that's not going to work." We as men have to start dictating. We have to take back, what's the requirements for women to do. So I agree with Hank when he says, yes, you can't force any woman to do it, but it's on us. If we're leaders, if we are men and we're the leaders, why are you marrying a woman that's not submitting to you? Why would you propose to that? And if a brother proposed to that, that's his problem. I don't care about that. That's him. You know what I'm saying? And then as men, we should pull him aside and say, brother, why would you submit to this woman that's not submitting to you? You know what I'm saying? We're only giving you
Right.
but it's your choice. But I think it comes on us at the end of the day in terms of what is the requirement for a woman to be a wife. Once we do that, the women that want to be a wife, and I'll end here. The women that want to be a wife, they will fall in suit. And the women that don't want to, we put them where they belong. Simple as that.
So I got two things.
They land.
I got two things for that. One, most of the people on the panel already know, but I'm not sure if you heard me say this before. When we say we're going to use women for what they are, I think you're further perpetuating the issue by doing that, right? Because now you're contributing to creating a an extra non-marriageable woman, right? If our gripe is you're not a virgin or whatever, like, I think we should have that side. I don't think they go together, right? If you're promoting marriage, then you probably can't promote fornication too, right? So that's one thing. Now, damn, there's another point I had. It was definitely
the no hymen, no diamond. You want to address that?
No.
Yeah.
By the way,
that's
just to clarify, I'm saying that's just how it was back in the day. I'm not saying that's how it is now. So don't get me wrong. I understand that it's not going to be like that. I'm just saying we as men have to start saying, okay, I will marry you if you hit these criteria. It's no different than how women do it, right?
Oh yeah, that was okay. So I got the other part, right? Because you were saying that, why should you marry a woman who doesn't want to submit to you, right? You shouldn't do that. Right. And I think that is the major issue that most men are having, which kind of supports CGA's point there, because men are finding great difficulty obtaining women who are willing to submit to them. Now, some of that could absolutely be because maybe these men don't check enough boxes for the woman to submit, or maybe she's just hard headed, right? But for whatever the reason is, men are not finding women who will submit to them, and they see the danger. And sometimes they watch, more red pill content than they probably should, and are shying away from marriage altogether, right? So if we're saying that we shouldn't marry a woman who won't submit, but then I can't find a woman who will submit, now we have a paradoxical situation, don't we? What do you do now?
I think men and women have the same issue that typically we tell women, and I think that the criteria that we're looking for when we look for women, it starts with the physical. The same way, like women, like they want the big meat, they want the height, they want the money. I think these are the things that they kind of put on a pedestal. The big meat, the eggplant. They want they looking. I can't say that that's a woman. Come on now.
You taking all type of L's tonight, man. I'm trying to figure this out.
That's not a good pause. Whatever. Y'all got it. But yeah, like they want the superficial things, and I think a lot of men, we do the same thing. We just don't like to admit it. Niggas want that fat ass. Niggas want that pretty face. So I think if we stop, that's the answer to our questions is, if we just slow down and start like actually choosing on the other criteria, I think a lot of men would find more women who are actually willing to submit to them and who actually admire them. But they're not choosing a woman that admire them. You choosing a woman that you admire, and that's is what it is.
So I said this earlier. I said this shit earlier. Men thinks on a superficial level. They exterior. They moving instead of getting what they need, they get what they want. I said that earlier, and it is a fact. Most men move like that. Unfortunately, most of these men don't have standards. They standardless men, and they will move whichever the way the wind blows. They don't stand on shit. They don't have a fucking spine. A woman say something to you, and you'll cater and kowtow and fall down to her. For what? Because she got a goddamn split, and you'll give in every goddamn time. Go without then. Just to make sure you stand on whatever business you stand on. But dudes don't do that. They won't. They'll get so desperate, like straight like that, they'll go find a hoe. While you come home and that woman's still bullying your punk ass, and you accepting, you grabbing ankles. Talking about, thank you, big brother, can I have another? See, that's the bullshit. Stand on fucking something. And I don't care if she likes it or not. If she don't like it, let her go. Find someone else. The numbers are in our goddamn favor. That's what we need to understand too. The numbers are in our favor, but we don't take advantage of it.
So many women, bro.
It's just unfortunate.
So many women. Oh my God.
Say what? That's not true. Stop doing that. There's not more women.
Yes, there is.
And where?
Look, I'm talking about in the world. I'm talking about in the world. Y'all talking about just America.
That's wrong. That's wrong too.
I'm talking about in the world. I'm talking about in the world.
It's a lot of females. It's not a lot of women.
No.
Somebody bring up the stat. Willie, I know you got your computer up. There's more men in the world than women. And you go in the United States, even in the United States, there's more men than there are women of dating age.
Damn sense. It's not that many though.
Who want to put bread on it though? Who want to put bread on it though?
It's not that many though, Trev.
What I'm saying, well then, listen, I don't care if it's one more. We're not going to allow people to say there's more women. Like dudes just got options out here. When that's a bad stat, that shit is not real.
But that's
more men than women.
But that's bad math, bro. You got some gay man, you got gay women, bro.
You got some gay women. They pretty much cancel out.
The only men that should matter are the men that women want to marry, and that group of men has significantly more options than the women who are looking for them.
Exactly.
Like, well, yeah, that's completely
different. He was coming from an example that everybody
that women don't want is like counting gay dudes who don't even like women. It's like counting the men who don't even want to be married. You only have to talk about the people that it applies to. That's the only way that you'll get an accurate number. And for the small group of men that all women want, those men have way more options
Wait.
or to go find the
Well, yeah, but why are we talking about that? Why are we talking about the people who are the exception? Why are we addressing the people who are
because
the exception?
they're not the exception. They're the only people
What?
who matter.
The men who check all those boxes, you said that all the women want.
They're not the exception.
When all of us know that women typically want dudes who fit.
They're not the
You ever
exception,
watch the
they're the
delusional
selection.
calculator? You said the men that all women want to marry, right?
Yes,
If
that group of men.
we're talking about that, and we saw what women actually say, and you look at delusional calculator and everything else, and we come up with the conclusion that that's the majority of men.
talking about
not
No one
not
said
the
it's the
exception.
majority. I said that
It's
the
the exception.
selection of men that women want to marry for themselves is the only people that matter. The rest of the niggas don't. None of them do.
No, but that's not what he's talking about.
That's not how you fix society's problems
he was coming from the standpoint of every man having a woman. Not
every man doesn't deserve a woman.
See, there we go.
The fuck are we talking about?
If we're gonna say that, then I have no argument. I have no argument against
every
that.
man's results. Every man's results aren't that deserve somebody else that they can carry or have to depend on. Like, what are we talking about? We're not going to sit and act like all niggas are good or all men are worthy or all men are deserving.
So all right, well let's get to it then. How many men deserve women? What percentage of men deserve women?
I say the top 20%.
What perspective?
So the bottom 80% should not procreate, is what you're saying.
No, I never said that.
I'm on record saying that.
I'm talking to Willie, and he said yes.
I'm on record saying that. I don't think average niggas should be having babies because they're gonna raise more average fucking people.
They don't deserve to have children.
We have to have more exceptional people. Like, what are we talking about? Like, average niggas don't do shit. Average niggas don't move the needle. Average niggas don't invent anything. Average niggas don't help. They just take up space.
No,
I'm on record
average
saying.
people. We need average people to do average things, though.
No, so exactly.
Yeah,
but
we need
average
worker
things
bees.
aren't like
We need deltas. It's an ecosystem.
But see,
There's an
those
ecosystem.
average men gotta be with women, though. They need
No, they
women.
don't. There's nothing about being with a woman that is required for your life.
Yeah, because they gotta breed more average people to do the average shit, nigga.
No, that's not how that. Fuck no.
Yeah, you're always gonna need deltas, bro.
Right? No,
That's,
I'm saying
the
that
ecosystem has always worked like
those
that.
men got to take whatever they can get. So they get the big girls. They get the girls who used to be dudes. They came back to being girls. Like, those average niggas don't have a say in nothing because they don't have the
Willie,
market.
I get what you're saying, but they was having a different conversation on trying to make it better, on how it could be better for society. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, but they was having a conversation on if every man could have a girl and so
That's
and so.
what, and the way that I think we make it better is that the men who deserve women, the men who do the work, who put in the work, who to be above average, those men need to do better as leaders and take over more, and then leave the other niggas to figure, like, just all they got to do is just not fuck up. It's kind of like you're saying you playing basketball. You're saying 4 niggas suck, but 1 nigga's in white, so he gonna get his 30. He gonna get his 30 and 10 a game. All you got to do is give that nigga the ball. Give that nigga the ball and you win. That's all you got to do.
Willie, but with that ideology, we don't help our community.
What'd you say?
Right. We do not.
Willie, we gotta share the pussy, Willie. Because our numbers are still gonna suck.
No, I agree.
We gotta share the pussy, Willie. We can't do that.
But why? Like, not trying to be funny.
Well, with that idea, hold on. With that ideology,
let's be realistic,
that never
bro.
gets better.
There's certain niggas that could never sit next to me, you, Trevor, and White eat at our table. Why the fuck do we have to share with niggas who ain't
so
earning
Willie,
that right?
I ain't even mad at you for that, but this is what I'm gonna say. So our the people who are in that top 20% aren't included in this fucked up society numbers. You don't contribute to that. I don't contribute to that. In the top 20% of men, if we were rated by the top 20% of black men, our numbers would be great. But to improve our society as a collective, which the conversation was based on, we can't do that by only allowing the top 20%. The other bottom, the rest of the bottom is going to still suck ass, and we're still going to suck as a society.
Well, no, so where we defer is this: the bottom 80% of niggas needs to do what the fuck they're told to get better, and then we can move that top 20 down to 70, down to 60, down to 50. We can work our way.
Okay, that's a different conversation.
But we're not ever going to get anywhere listening to average fucking losers. It'll never happen. If you listen to losers long enough, you become a fucking Cowboys fan. Trust me. Like, there's nothing that you're gonna be able to do. Like, average niggas don't do nothing but average shit. the problems that we have require above average people to do above average things. So until those above average niggas do the above average things, they try to reach back for some of these average niggas need to shut the fuck up, keep their dicks to themselves, go to work, and then just be helpful. Like dating women and procreating is the last thing that should be on these niggas' mind. Just like these bitches is on EBT. The last thing should be on their mind is having more fucking babies.
No argument there.
No, I think we got it.
But Trev, this is the thing though. Do you think dudes with standards deserve to have a wife?
I think men
absolutely.
No, they shouldn't.
Men have who have
you said men who have standards don't deserve.
No, I said no standards. No standards.
No. If you have no standards, you don't have any business getting married.
No.
If you have no standards, you shouldn't be in.
So you got a lot of dudes that moving like that. They have no standards.
Yeah. Now, if you're not willing to do the work, if you don't want to do the duties, fulfill your duties as a husband, then marriage is something that you want to do. But I'm talking about people who actually yearn marriage and are willing to take on that responsibility, right? So see, here's what's fucked up now, right? Way back when or whatever, right? Not even 100 years ago. Let's talk about the time frame they were at. Let's say 60s, 70s or whatever. A janitor back in the day, which was a Delta, which maybe not everyone may respect that job, but he was an average dude. He worked an honest job. He was able to own a home. He was able for his wife not to work. And they were able to have a family, to have, the 2.3 kids, pick your fence and all that shit. That was a thing back in the day. So it rewarded people for being average, and they could still have a fulfilling life. They might be able to go on vacation once a year, whatever. And it was okay. But now, if you are a janitor, right, you probably can't do shit anymore. So the frustration comes in because people are doing the same things. The cost of living has increased far more than the wages have. The wages, I don't know if they're ever going to catch up without some type of a dramatic reset. You know what I'm saying? So we valued the average man so much more. We understood their contributions to society, and they were actually rewarded for it. Women respected them. They didn't expect them to be 6 feet tall. They didn't expect for them to make six figures. They didn't expect for them to be the Dos Equis guy. It just wasn't a thing. You could be an average guy and still be treated at least with dignity and respect. And I think that's missing right now. So the men haven't changed. Most men were at least average. And I know we got some degeneracy out here. So I'm not talking about those cats, but I'm talking about your average guy who now has limited options, but we're still doing the same thing, still working a necessary position that contributed to society. He did his part, a lot of shit that some people who were doing better would not want to do, but it was necessary. And they were appreciated for it. Right now, they're doing the same thing, but the standards have changed. What you did then hasn't changed. And I get it. Yeah, you got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, move. I get it. But the problem is the bell curve, right? Being that most people are always average. And that's where the conflict comes in, because there's never been a time in history where we didn't have the mass majority of people to be average. That's always been. I don't know how we think we're just going to change that. If more people elevate themselves, then it just steps up the bar. Well, you know what happens? Inflation is what happens. When average people step up, inflation happens. So I don't see any type of a solution economically, whereas the people who are taking up that middle piece in the bell curve are going to change when it's never been a situation like that in history.
Yeah, but Trev, we also know most of these women don't have no standards. That shit fluctuate. That's the thing about it. They fluctuate on a regular basis. They say one thing and do the other. They don't hold. They don't look, man. We got to acknowledge a lot of this shit we hear on the internet. If you go out we see it in the real world. Some of these women ain't moving like what they talking about. They want a 6 foot man, but their man's all bit of 5'8", and they okay with it. He making 85,000, but I want a 6-figure man. Well, that ain't what he is. But you willing to accept that man? Why? Because he's respectful. He loves you. He treats you right, and doing what he needs to do as a man. So we know most of this shit is bullshit they talking about. You just gotta make sure that you out there picking out the right one to what you need. Go ahead, Coyle.
The thing is, we up here doing, or this guy's up here doing the same thing that Coach Greg Adams was doing. It's like giving every reason why niggas shouldn't have women, or why niggas shouldn't be married, or why niggas shouldn't be trying to be good, be better and start a family, when it's just like, I get that part of it. But if that's if we're gonna come at it with that mindset, it's just never gonna get better. We gotta, because I hear it once it gets picked out, it always boils down to, oh, we gotta teach them. But that's once it gets hammered in, that has to be the very first thing that we're doing. We gotta teach our young men, even older men, you know what I'm saying, that do better. We can't just be like, oh, they already fucked up, so fuck them. Because that's the same thing Coach Greg Adams was doing. You know, I know it's easy to be like, yeah, fuck them, but man,
I agree with you, brother.
Society is so fucked up, and it's only getting worse. So what we gonna do? Because motherfuckers been saying fuck them. So if we gonna keep saying fuck them, it's only gonna get worse, bro.
I think we gotta make sure that the average man gets some pussy. I think we gotta like
fuck the pussy. It's about getting fuck the pussy. It's about
average, brother.
Pussy, bro. He don't need no pussy. He needs to know how to get better as a man. Be a better man.
No, he needs some pussy. This is the thing, right? I think at the end of the day, you know, no, straight like that. No, I absolutely like.
Just let mine take
really,
another L.
Really
Go ahead,
pretty
Mike.
much trying to say that you can't have no pussy, and I don't agree with that.
Mike, go ahead and take his third L for the day.
Average dude get all the box.
I'm not saying that they
should.
Don't
believe
get
you. Hold on,
I'm not
let me
saying-
make a point real quick.
I be thinking rich dudes get pum pum. No, rich dudes be paying pum pum.
I think that
get
average
all-
guys do need pussy because when you think about it, right? As a man, one of the only things that we know, like men do they do everything for pussy. Their whole lives are controlled by pussy. So the idea that like a man can live on this earth and never get no pussy, that's really one of our biological, the only things that we know that we supposed to have and that we want.
You got to work for it.
You don't have to necessarily.
You're supposed to.
So it's different ways you can get pussy.
We should come up with a rule, man. You can't get no pussy unless. But first, it's got to be like some rules, man. It got to be some criteria, man.
You know,
like
even
some basic shit.
We got rules, but you know, even in nature.
No, I'm talking about some real rules, nigga.
Even in nature, betas still pussy. Even in nature, they sneak and they still pussy.
Even what? Them niggas go to jail, bro.
Not like that type of. Not like that. I'm talking about like they'll sneak and they'll have sex with the alphas bitches. Like they do that. If you look it up, like wolves and lions, like betas get they figure out ways to.
Hey, bitches cheat every day, B. If your girl gonna cheat, that's on the girl you pick, bro. I ain't on that.
I'm not talking about cheating. I'm just talking about in general, like.
Bro, if a nigga sneak and fuck your girl, she cheating on you, bro.
I'm not.
You can't have one without the other.
A lion having a bunch of like women, like I'm talking about nature.
Humans.
What are you talking about? Nature? You telling me what I'm talking? I was talking about nature, but in real, and I'm in terms of like, as a human being, as a human male, one of the only things that we know that we supposed to do is be having sex, right? To some degree. So to say that a man.
No, you know, you see, fuck that. You're supposed to know you're supposed to be leading, nigga. The sex is a product of you being a good leader. You
made that up.
Yes, nigga.
You made that up.
Well, but guess what? That's my ideology. That's something we could debate about because it's not a fact.
But it's wrong though. It's just not. So can you?
No, he's right.
Can you say that all? Can you say that all the niggas who get
right,
good leaders?
You could debate.
No, I'm not saying what is. I'm saying what I think should or what I think should or supposed to.
Oh yeah, that's different.
Oh come on, bro. You think I think all niggas that get pussy is good leaders? Come on, man.
Oh yeah, because that's what you. I think whenever I remember, that's what you said of like you need to do this. You need to be this to get pussy.
No,
you're a good leader to get pussy. Then most of these women will be virgins.
Well, that's a good thing, nigga. That's a good thing. Then the fuck, that's my point, bro. That's what I'm saying. There should be some criteria. You should.
The criteria is game.
What?
Not even that. You can get pussy by being tall and not saying nothing.
I don't know how you niggas could even fuck something when y'all broke. That's crazy to me.
One second. If a woman sleep with you because you're just tall, that's her choice, right? We're not talking about a woman.
It's all her choice.
Natural selection.
Real dope. We're not talking about a woman choosing to sleep with a man, right?
Bro,
you don't get no props for that. As a man, you get props when you have game.
bro. Okay, fuck all that, bro. You take look,
You can get
look,
props
look,
if you
look.
just get.
We fuck getting pussy. That's my point, man. Nick,
Why not? That's the point.
Oh, he froze.
Hey man, that's why we ain't winning because we too focused on getting ass, man. God damn.
Oh, I got my wife in the
Too
other
focused on getting ass.
About my wife. Of my wife.
You got a wife now?
When you get married?
Where the fuck you get a wife from, nigga? Groupon? Cause you was single like 2 episodes ago.
Hey. I got my wife. I got my daughter and whatever, right?
niggas need to stop worrying about. Niggas need to stop worrying about getting pussy. Stop.
I'm just telling you, if my wife didn't have a vagina, she would not be here.
If she didn't have a vagina, she'd be a fucking man.
No, what I'm saying.
What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is.
What are you talking about?
What I'm
She'd
saying
have a
is,
dick.
listen, what I'm saying. Okay, I'm trying to make a point.
Straight like us, try to take that L category from you, man.
Willie, follow me. Willie,
no, listen, ain't no following. She didn't have a vagina. She's not a Ken doll. She'd be a fucking man.
Brother,
if your wife didn't have a vagina, she'd have a dick.
I don't know. She might be a hermaphrodite. She might be a man.
She don't have a vagina, my nigga. That's a man.
God damn. Say like that.
Can you listen to me for a second?
No, not if you finna say that. I don't want to have that conversation. I don't have the capacity.
No, bro. We don't need to talk about pussy.
No.
We don't need to talk about getting pussy, bro.
Hold on, one second. I'm talking to.
You can't get pussy for his wife if you ain't got a vagina.
For a second, Willie. All I'm saying is this, right? I'm just trying to make a point.
Some nasty
Use me whatever you want. I'm just trying to make a point, right? All I'm saying is, my wife, I love her to death. I like her personality. I like what she does for me.
I really don't believe you have a wife.
Hey, man, can you just let me finish?
All right, go ahead.
All I'm saying is, if a woman wasn't a woman, let me not say pussy. If a woman wasn't able to satisfy me sexually, she would not be here. That is the motivation.
But guess what, though? That's all good.
So wait, just to be clear, does your wife have a vagina or not? Because I need to know who we're talking about.
How am I gonna have a baby? How am I gonna have a daughter?
Look,
Nigga,
man, look.
Timu, you can buy babies now.
No, she had a home birth, brother. We had a home birth right here.
No, straight like that. You said you had a baby before the marriage, right? With another one.
Kids, brother. I have 2 kids.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. And we had a home birth. She had the baby right here in this room.
They be trying to get you in that gotcha moment, ain't it?
Shit.
They be trying to get me.
I wasn't trying to get you. I just was saying that. I was just saying that your wife is different from the other.
That nigga brought up some shit. He heard you say 12 weeks
Bro
ago.
said that if she didn't have a vagina, she wouldn't be here. Well, I hope, nigga, we don't think you gay. Like you said, that's a fucking man.
God damn.
Bro, all I'm okay. I was just answering, brother. What's your name? Cooley or Colai?
It's bro. Can you?
Cole-L.
It's K-O''I-L.
All right, Cole-L. All I was trying to do is answer Cole-L's question. All I'm saying to him is, if a woman is not able to satisfy you sexually, you're not doing nothing that you're talking about, brother. Stop the cap. Like, if she's not satisfying you, you're not taking care of her.
Okay, straight like that. What I'm saying is that goes without saying to real men, bro. We on here, it's called King Talk, bro. We got to push the conversation forward. And it's about
code now.
It's not King Talk no more.
What is it?
It's the culture code.
Oh, the culture code. My fault. I'm fucking up. But look, it's Tuesday though, ain't it? I'm tweaking.
Formerly known as King Talk.
But yeah, but like I was saying, motherfucking, we got to push the conversation forward, bro. We can't make everything about pussy, and that's the wrong thing, man. That's the problem. Men got to become better leaders and push being better leaders. And once they're better leaders, the pussy come with it. Real men already know. Once you're on your shit, whatever field you are in, and whatever you doing, once you on your shit, whatever you supposed to get comes to you. Whether it's money, whether it's woman, whatever the fuck it is, man.
Yeah, but the motivation is a nice box, right?
No, see, that's the problem right there. That's the problem right there.
Motivated by vagina, you're gonna be a loser your whole life.
That's the problem right there.
Like, you can't be. What age are we supposed to stop being motivated by box? I thought it was like
never.
Damn, man.
Never.
He went in the box and got the baby out.
Never.
That nigga said never.
Because the first commandment Adam and Noah got was to be fruitful and multiply. That's the first thing.
Adam and Noah. Wait a second. What?
Damn.
Adam and Noah.
Adam and Noah.
Oh, he's saying because Noah
That's
was
the first
he
commandment.
restarted it. He restarted it after the flood.
He's talking about
he
talking about
said that God
NOA.
told him
You talking about NOA, right? Not NOAH. God damn, straight.
Bro, what the fuck is going on right now?
Bro,
All I'm saying is this. Yes, sex is not the end all to be all. I agree.
Stella Road kicked it on.
You know you can't drink while you breastfeeding, bro. Like you can't do that.
I agree with the brother. Like sex is not the end all to be all. All I'm saying is, as a man,
Shout out to that Stella Road.
If my fiance didn't have a vagina,
wife or fiance,
you wouldn't be here. I'm just
hold on. Is that your wife or fiance? Which one is it, bro?
I'm trying to get him in a gotcha. Look at you.
I call her my wife, but she about to be my wife.
Hey, yo,
God damn.
It's a surprise.
Do whatever you say.
So now you had another baby out of wedlock. Okay, I see you straight like that. God damn.
Hey,
player.
I want to correct you.
And the man
I want to
right
correct you
now.
real quick. Men don't cheat.
Hold on. I didn't say you cheated.
Called Andrew a chain smoking stepdaddy. All about the $5 support to the brothers. What up, Willie? Naomi, one Lapeef Network membership, also a member, and Bruno, also a member, $3, the super sticker. I want to thank everybody who has contributed tonight. The original clip link is in the description, so make sure you guys go ahead and check out that debate. It was a good debate. You know, some folks may agree or disagree, but either way, it was great content, great debate. I think you guys will enjoy it. Again, that link is in the description, so make sure you guys go ahead and watch the full clip.
I got one question for straight like that. She got 1 ring, 2 rings, or 0.
I don't do rings.
Oh, this nigga. All right.
Hey, does she know that baby is yours? Like, I know you went there. I know you said you went there and got that motherfucker out of her yourself, but like,
that would be crazy. Birthing another man kid, it would be crazy.
I'll tell you. I mean, Willie, you should know this because I told you my fiance is a virgin, right? I told you.
No, nigga, you didn't tell me.
Wow.
Don't.
We had this argument. We had this argument.
I didn't know you had a fiance.
She had a baby.
Last conversation we had, you was picking up naked stripper bitches off the street and getting them to come to your house and get naked. That was the last conversation we had. I ain't heard shit about a fiance.
Damn, man, it's getting worse.
I forgot that, and then you told him to leave.
He got no new fucking baby. Like this is like a Lifetime movie. I think that baby is stolen.
Hey, and the way he just sat back and started laughing, he ain't even say you lying. He knew he was picking
turn
up
your
people.
camera to the left. You got that girl duct taped and tied to your wall.
Coel, he was telling us a story. Willie ain't
Yo.
lying.
Oh,
Willie, you know, the last time we had this conversation, I told you she was a
That
virgin.
you was kidnapping stripper bitches off the street and making them get naked.
I
for
was
you.
when I was 17.
Is she your baby mama or is she a virgin? Which one is it?
Damn, is that your baby?
It's my baby.
So like, did you like wait? Is your baby because you conceived it or you went to the grocery store and stole it?
hey, why he say that? Like that's the only thing he's sure about. Like he don't know if she a virgin or not. That's the only thing he's sure about. He just looked up.
She a virgin. That's what she told me.
Clearly she's not a virgin. She just had a baby by somebody.
Me.
Are you sure though?
Yeah.
So like, did you kidnap the baby and the mom, or you like just you did them like at the same time? Or
She looked just
It
like
was a
me.
2-for-1 deal. He got a 2-for-1.
I brought my daughter on earlier. She looked just like me.
It was straight like that. How you know she was a virgin?
Like,
when you
not to be funny, bro. Some house look just like you. Like, you
don't know a virgin when you sleep with one?
You pop the hymen. That's what you.
Of course, you don't know that.
I don't know, man.
All right, cool.
Okay.
I thought you knew.
Oh yeah, she definitely came out of magazine. She was a
I was
virgin.
just lucky.
How old is she?
25.
Hey, JR, if this shit turn into a Tubi movie, make sure you get your fucking royalties.
God damn.
Yo, hold on, one second. Why y'all be doubting me? Why y'all be down?
Because we can see you, nigga. That's why.
Well, I'm ugly.
A little bit, but that's not why we doubt you.
Yeah.
Really?
Straight like that. You don't think you're a little bit ugly?
No.
Like you the good kind of ugly though. Like you're the funny ugly.
Does your woman live with you?
Yo, why are y'all killing this guy?
Yo, can she hear you on stream right now? She hear what you talking about?
Bro, that girl is duct tape somewhere.
If y'all saying that because I'm ugly, right?
No,
No, man.
I mean, I don't judge men, bro. I don't know if
Look at
you're
that.
ugly.
Go out. No, don't do that. It's straight like that ugly.
Listen, just
I
make
don't
sure you
know.
feed that girl before you go to bed.
The jokes is funny though. The jokes is hilarious though.
Hey, man. Straight like that. Does that woman live with you?
Not voluntarily.
He is kind of funny. He is kind of funny looking though. He is kind of funny.
That's his word for
No,
it.
I'm only asking because it's only Willie that be grilling me on this stuff. Like,
I'm talking shit.
Well, straight like that. Can you answer my question, buddy? I'm just curious, man. Does your woman live with you straight like that?
You was outside getting stripping bitches.
You must be thinking I'm ugly. You must be thinking I'm beat.
God, you stuck on this, ain't you?
Like you ain't right. You a dude. You ain't got to be handsome to get women. You could just be funny. Like I figure you hilarious.
Okay, so you think I get women because I'm funny?
Hey man, that's Stella. Hey, straight like that. That's Stella Rose whooping your ass right now.
Like it ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. I'm not the most handsome nigga in the world, but
that's Stella Rose killing it.
Like I ain't gonna never think
So
nobody gonna call me ugly.
So why is it so far fetched that I have a baby with a woman that lives right here?
Because I can see you.
He didn't say he was ugly. He said he's not the most handsome.
No, I'm saying like that's my point. Like I can see you. So like you saying you had a new baby was like, whoa, shit. One, cuz again, you were just kidnapping bitches off the street.
Damn.
And then now you got a baby and a wife. Like shit nigga escalated, bro. You didn't follow no type of regular path.
Why you keep saying that when I told you a story when I was 17?
Hey yo, she said
the whole panel that story.
Hey yo, she said straight like that.
18, brother.
You ain't say you was 17, 18. You said it was a regular basis. You go on Vegas Strip, get bitches talk about, hey, I want to see you naked, come home with me. The girl be like, okay, let's go. That was the story you told us. And then like you said,
straight like that. Can you answer my question? Does she live with you?
Yeah, she's in.
Damn.
No, Hank, that's not the question. Does she live with him voluntarily?
Oh, damn.
Somebody just cooked him in the chat.
Told y'all last time straight like that was here. I told y'all he think he cute. I told you.
Listen, JR, this nigga finna have you wrapped up in human trafficking.
Real dope. They think I'm ugly. They think I'm beat. So.
But I told them that you think you cute last time you was here.
Cute.
Hey, but why he said
to you? Man cute?
Hey, real dope. Why he said to you like you was gonna say something different?
What is going on, man?
Hey, real dope. They think I'm ugly.
God damn, man.
What is going on?
Hey, Mike. Between you and Dope Boy, y'all taking some L's tonight.
No, but Willie thinks I'm ugly. Willie be thinking, Willie like, man, this nigga beat.
Straight like that. You think you cute?
Hey, listen, I give it to you.
Think you a cute guy?
Like, I don't think
keep calling this man cute.
I don't think you're ugly, bro. I think you know what? You're probably more attractive than me. However,
I'm ugly.
However, if I popped out a new baby right now, would nobody bat an eye? If I said that I had a girlfriend or a wife, would nobody bat an eye?
Why?
Like if my girl came over here right now and started rubbing on my chest, nobody would be like, "Oh,
why is that?" Why?
Because I'm not ugly on the inside. Like so, my outside can be ugly. So like it's just like people would expect for me to have a woman. Like if they put us side by side and they saw us with a pretty girl, they would probably think that she was mine, for they thought she was yours.
Willie said he got a beautiful personality. That's what Willie's saying. I know that's right.
He just told her to come on camera. She said no.
Straight like that. If it just answer the question.
Camera, she ducked a fucking wheelbarrow, bro. She just had a baby.
No, but I'm asking you, why would more girls talk to you than me?
Do you want me to answer that out loud?
You hurt his feelings with that shit. You hurt that man's feelings.
This nigga insecure.
No, I don't want to do you like that. Like we cool.
Nah, you can do it. You can do it.
I don't want to. No, I don't want to do that to you.
You
bro.
can do it.
Well, we just because they have eyesight. I just start there.
So you think I'm ugly?
Well, compared to me.
Okay.
God damn, this is crazy.
Straight like that. What you think?
Hey, you straight like that. Don't worry about what these do. You keep drinking that Stella Rose, you gonna look like a supermodel by the time you get done, big brother.
What do I think?
I want to know what you think. What do you think? You think you like a cute guy, right?
God, I keep calling this man cute.
I feel like straight like that has ice cubes made out of date rape drugs in the freezer.
I think saying okay, real dope. Why would you use the word cute?
I think it's funnier than handsome. I like when I say like, do you think you cute? It's just it's funnier to me. But do you think that you're
It
cute?
might be a level of attraction. I don't know what's going on here, man. This is crazy.
Your girlfriend gave you a baby. My girlfriend ain't gave me one yet. So you got something on me.
All right, I use a mature word. Do you think you're a handsome guy?
Do I think I'm handsome?
Think you're a handsome guy?
Yes.
Love connection. What the
Hey, so real quick,
Talk your
what
shit
does
straight like
what does
that.
handsome mean to you?
Yo.
Talk your
Why-
shit, dog. Don't let them.
Who do I think he cute?
Don't let them persuade you.
He
Talk your
repeated that
shit, dog.
motherfucker. He
Hey,
said,
JR, you need
"Do I
to make
think
me
I'm
under his
handsome?
name.
Do I think I'm handsome?" They said.
Real dope. Do you think you're handsome?
I think I do, but it's based on like what I. It's based on. No, mine is. Why you gotta cut me off? Why can't I say what I'm saying? Damn.
There's something wrong with this guy, man.
It's based on what women say. It is what it is. I ain't. You know.
Why would, okay, so if it's based on what women say, why would you ask me that?
Oh, so you think so? Women say you cute.
No. Why you do that? You doing what Coach did.
What Coach do?
He's asking a question with a question.
Why would you ask me if I'm cute? Yet you're telling me that you only go based on what women think. Why would you ask me that question?
Are you upset at me?
No, nigga, I'm asking you a question, bro.
Oh, you look like you mad at me or something. Damn.
Shout out to Real Dope.
Bro,
Shout
you
out
look
to
like
Real
a
Dope.
Viola Davis in that picture.
Yo.
Well, he had a stroke of beard and everything.
I'm asking you a question. You think you handsome?
You said I think I'm handsome?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so why can't you just say that, bro?
No, I said that, but it's based on the data, though. It's just
Nigga,
based
but you
on...
asked me as a man if I'm cute.
No, I didn't. I asked you if you think you're cute. I didn't ask you if you was cute.
Bro, whatever, bro.
Dang, why you mad at me?
That's right. Say it with your goddamn chest straight like that.
Straight like that. I'm sorry. I ain't even. If I made you upset tonight, I ain't.
You didn't make me upset.
I apologize. I ain't even.
I got more kids than Willie. So
damn.
I don't think you have more kids than me.
That's
wait.
probably
Wait. Let's not measure with kids, right? I bet you my baby mama look better than yours.
whatever. You think you cute too?
No, I don't think I'm cute. I don't think I'm cute, but my results.
Well, now they stuck on this cute word. Now they stuck on it because of mine. This is my fault.
Look, one thing none of you niggas can ever come at me at. You know what I'm saying about the way I keep it. I have done well. And my girlfriend look good, just like we can't play that game, bro. Because you put up a picture of me, like your girl on her best birthday just got her face beat day. Couldn't fuck with a picture of my son's mother. Like,
so you said
we can. I put. We can. You want to bet?
No.
We can let the chat vote. And listen, we can let the chat vote, and the chat hates me.
No, I'm not gonna put my fiance on no freaking.
Hey, he know his girl ugly. He know his girl ugly.
Damn, boy, y'all talk bad about the man's woman.
Hey, like that. Why you ain't get mad at them?
Call the man cute. This is crazy.
12 months so she can recover.
I'm talking to Willie only because Willie is funny, and I get Willie's personality. But the other,
I don't mean anything maliciously on the panel. Right. All my malice is for the chat.
I can't pronounce your name, brother. I don't know how you
I'm just talking shit, bro. It's Khalil.
I'm about to say, because don't call my fiance like I wouldn't do that to your girl. So like don't be stupid. Like, don't do
that's right. You stand up for your woman.
Hey, man. It's all
stand up for your woman straight like that. Stand up for your woman.
Hey, you know she ugly, ain't it?
If your old lady came on, or you spoke about your old lady, I wouldn't do that.
Y'all gonna continue to disrespect that man's woman like that. Boy, y'all ain't shit, man.
Looks like, right? You don't know what
y'all ain't shit.
I think what Khalil is saying, bro, is that
all know Jay-Z has Beyonce, so ugly dudes can have a
wait. Jay-Z is a billionaire.
Hey, bro, don't do that, bro. Because we just on here having fun and games.
Straight like that. Stand on that,
dog.
Don't
get in your feelings, gang.
Stand on that straight like that.
Put it on camera. Put it on camera.
Fuck what they talking about straight like that. You stand on your shit.
Hey, straight. Your girl, I bet you your girl is light skinned too.
She's not light skinned. She's dark skinned.
That's right. Dog of the berry, sweet in the juice.
Hey, matter of fact, put it on mute. You can't talk no more until you put it on camera. Put it on camera.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
The next time I'm here, I'll put her on camera so we can go ahead.
Put your girl on camera. Yeah. Put your girl on camera.
I'm single, bro. I'm single.
Just understand the shit ain't gonna go the way you think it is.
Why you single? Why a handsome brother like you single?
Bro, you
don't believe in marriage?
Just pause, my nigga. Pause.
You
Why
say
gotta be
that?
pause? You can't call another nigga handsome. What are we saying? He ain't say it like in a
Now
sexual
hold on,
way.
now y'all didn't say
Hell
that. You
no,
didn't say
we can't
pause
say it like that.
when Ma was calling that man cute and shit.
Well,
You can't be doing that to him now. Come on, man.
I
It's
really
only fair.
couldn't say nothing.
That was
shit
an
too
oversight.
hilarious. That shit was too hilarious. I couldn't say shit. I couldn't even speak. Pause.
This nigga called you.
Don't let him gas y'all up. Y'all know damn
No, I
well
don't
I ain't
think
call
I'm
that man
cute.
cute.
But no, I
Yes, you did.
He
no,
called
I'm-
him cute
I'm
multiple
single, bro.
times. We had to hit the gay button on you, Mont.
I told y'all
Yo,
he think
that's
he
how I
cute.
know real dope. That's how I know real dope spends a lot of time in the mirror. He thinks he's
God damn.
Real dope think he-
I don't know.
Real dope think he like the grown up Bow Wow or some shit.
Hey, straight.
You
as
think
long
like
as
a
your woman
grown-up
like
Bow
it, bro,
Wow.
it don't matter.
He
That's
got
how I
smoke for you today, Mark. God damn.
As long as my woman think I'm handsome and
That's
attractive,
right.
What he called? He said, yo, he said you was a grown up Bow Wow, bro.
That's what he think. That's who I remind him of.
you call you a grown up Bow Wow?
He
That's
said he
gay.
stays in the mirror.
That's super gay.
You call a Bow
No,
Wow.
you-
That's what you think you are.
That's
That's why you
super
think
gay.
Oh, Bow Wow.
You can't let that ride.
That nigga gay.
Oh man,
I don't know who
how does
that
it feel
is.
raising a new baby as a gay dad?
It's been a
Y'all know
lot of
straight like-
questionable statements on here tonight, JR.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to
What if
just
straight
name
like
this
that was your girl
episode.
ex?
Listen, in the title of this episode, just put pause.
What if straight like that was your girl ex?
I ain't gonna hold you. If straight like that was my girl ex, I wouldn't date her.
Damn.
Not just off GP.
Look, y'all leave my man straight like that alone. That Stella
Hey,
Rosa
bro,
kick
'cause-
in. You see he's wiping his face. You know how like a baby keep wiping her face? He's sleepy as hell.
In
Don't
all
go to bed
fairness,
straight like that.
if y'all
Don't
saw
go
that I
bed,
was a
though.
girl
Yeah,
ex,
It's
then
over.
y'all probably wouldn't date her either.
What's that? What's that?
If straight like that,
Merlot?
my
You
girl
said it
ex,
was Merlot?
you can't tell me nothing.
Now he got that Stella Rose. He's sipping on that
Stella
Stella
Rose.
Rose.
I switched it.
I would treat that girl like shit if he was.
Oh, you switch
shit.
it up on him straight like that?
I switched it up.
What you got
Well, you
this
got some
time?
Carlos Rossi?
Now you got some
Got
yellow.
some Carlos Rossi?
He said
Some-
Yellowtail. No.
Some
I think that's the same wine that my girl cooked.
Some Woodbridge.
What's the name of that wine?
Oh, okay. Whatever it is, he at the bottom of that bottle.
Yeah, he done.
That nigga lit over there, boy. Hey, bro, don't pick up that baby no more, bro. You off baby duty for the night, bro. You got
Yeah.
He all glass-eyed and
I
everything.
gotta go grab her.
Hey, whatever you do, don't go pick that baby up while you tipsy, big dog.
Nah,
Nah,
she's sleeping. She's sleeping with her mom, so she.
I know that's right. That's right.
JR, why you always be putting me on?
Hey, wait, real quick. Straight. Do you
Oh, look,
take the
he
baby
got
and the mom or just the
He
mom?
got a couple. Look, he got a couple cases of Pampers in the back. I know that's right. I see you straight like that.
No, but why? Damn, why you always put me on the jumbotron?
I feel like your toilet has.
It don't matter. Nobody else will be mad when they get in the jumbotron, bro. You good?
Nah, bro, I'm not real
He
dope.
be ugly, bro.
Real dope on it. Real dope wants to be the cute guy.
Wow.
I ain't gonna lie. He like you, bro. He
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you, bro.
He
Do
insecure
you
right
have-
now.
Do you have the baby and the mom duct tape, or just like the mom?
I ain't
Damn.
gonna lie.
Willie, I'm starting to believe you don't got no woman.
That's cool.
God damn.
Do you have duct tape? Yes or no? Zip
You
ties?
don't got no woman.
No buns.
That's cool.
Feel like-
You don't
I
have
feel,
to.
I feel like your girlfriend is lotion.
God damn.
Actually,
Bro, that's
I would-
kinda gay, bro.
I would use cocoa butter, but that's cool.
Oh shoot. He
What?
said lotion.
We've already had this conversation. Everybody on the panel know it's coconut oil, baby.
Hey man.
All right, so Willie.
Straight like that. Fight back, big brother. Fight back. I know. I see you, though. Fight back.
I know Willie makes good money, right? So Willie, let me ask you this.
Hey, you're a world-class instigator.
You feel like let's say Willie, me,
Hey, Mark, this shit's funny as hell, man.
you know what I'm saying? Even JR, right? Let's say there was no money involved. You think you could pull more women without your money?
Oh,
I don't have money. I don't have money. So what are you talking about? I'm poor.
All right, whatever. So poor.
Hey, now the last time we had this conversation, man,
Let's
somebody
say
got insecure about
Bro,
who was that man? Sam Cassell.
I know I get way more hoes.
Trev, you
than
remember
bro.
that? Darryl got insecure about Sam Cassell.
Hey,
Said he
straight,
could
I-
it was crazy.
Sam Cassell would beat him out under the women.
Me, you, JR, and you said Mont, and we was finna run a train on one girl.
Me,
You the one going last.
you, JR, Trev.
That's what I was saying.
No, me, you, JR, Trev, Real Dope, and you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going last.
No money. No money.
No,
Rick-
straight like that.
You're going last.
How about you tell us who you think you can get more bitches than?
No. I want Willie to put it in order. Who's number one? Who's last?
As far as what?
So you want me to rank 6 niggas? No, I'm not doing that today.
Man,
What are you talking about?
this is getting weird and weird, man. What is going on tonight?
You just trying to get me to call 5 other niggas cute?
What is this crazy, man?
Hey, straight like that. Straight like that. Who you think you get more bitches than?
Without no money.
You started this shit, man. This is your fault, man.
JR, Real Dope, Trev, Hank, and myself. Who would get the most women without no money? I'm not calling nobody.
So the premise is all of us are
That's
single.
a weird question, bro.
Who I think will get the most bitches.
This is crazy.
Nah, I don't want no parts of that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't gonna be me because I don't like dealing with a bunch of fucking women. So hopefully I'm the one. I only get one, and I'm taking my ass home.
Straight like that. You tell us who you confident you get more bitches than.
All right, so I got Real Dope number 1.
God damn.
Whoa, damn! He
Talk
put some
your shit,
sauce
Real
on.
Dope.
He put some sauce on that, yo. Why you saying
got
so
real-
hype?
I got
You
Real
think I'm
Dope.
cute and you think Bow Wow cute? 'Cause you said I look like Bow Wow.
Nigga, shut up.
You didn't say that.
I got real,
He ain't say no. He just said shut
I
up.
got Real Dope number 1. I got Hank coming in at a hot second. I got me
Hot
third.
second.
I got JR 4th. I got Trev 5. I got
I guarantee you, all of y'all get more bitches than me. I'm cool with that. Like,
Oh, boy.
getting bitches is something I have no interest in. Now, if we could move the metric slightly,
with money.
yeah, let's go with that one.
Yeah, you'd be at the top of the list.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be. I'd be at the bottom. I only make $72,000 a year.
No, you don't.
That's all I make.
No, you don't. That's
I
what
got
I
a tax return to show it.
No, that's what I make. I'm broke.
Me too. Ain't brought a dollar.
Man,
Everybody else
I'm
on
gonna
the
tell
panel make big
you,
money.
I can't pull shit. I'm pulling what I got, what I need. I'm good. I'm gonna sit this one out.
Who
too.
knows? Who knows?
I can't.
I mean,
pull
it's
shit.
subjective.
On
And you
that
know what?
note-
You know what's crazy?
Trev,
you know
he
what's
had you
crazy?
5, bro. You like 6'15". Damn near
It don't matter,
7
bro.
No.
He had you 5.
No. I'm not. It's all good, man. It don't
No,
matter.
Trevor's
Like,
third.
you know what I mean?
No, Trevor's 4th. Yeah, he 4th.
It don't matter. Somebody else disagreed in the chat, but it is what it is. It doesn't
First time I
matter.
ever
Like,
heard
right? You know what I'm saying?
Shit like
And
that, man.
here's what I say. It depends on where you go.
This is crazy.
You know what I mean? We
No,
gonna
don't.
perform.
You can get women. You can get women in any city.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
No. You ain't even let me
Look,
finish it.
This is
You
my
ain't let me
fault, man.
finish
My
it.
started this whole questionable
Hey,
shit,
it's
and
a
now they
nigga
running
who's
with it.
saying
I
that
hope don't nobody
This is
watch
I was gonna
this
tell
shit.
you.
That shit seems suspect as hell, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
JR, a
you
dude
know.
in the chat ranked us all.
Oh yeah.
that's
Somebody.
true.
All of us?
And
What's going on?
he'd be the one paying and sending super chats.
He put you
That
first,
nigga got
Trev.
money.
Well,
Take your compliments how you can get them.
hey,
He
man,
said,
look.
God
Don't do that.
damn, man.
Ma, don't do that, bro. Don't do that, ma. Don't do that, bro.
He said, take your
How I
compliments
can
you can
get him.
I wasn't
Come on,
saying it
that's
like
what we
that. I'm
doing.
just saying like it's a compliment. Take it.
Man.
No,
Man,
I ain't
don't
mad
stop
at
doing
it,
this,
you know what I
man.
mean?
You gotta stop bringing that question shit over here, though. You can't keep doing that, man.
Man, straight, you
Anyway.
know how much like people like I envy you. Like you can just wake up in the morning and go.
Look,
You ain't gotta do shit. You just soon as you get dressed, you ready.
Well, he's over rubbing on his struggle beard and everything.
anyway, straight like that. I agree with you. Straight like that.
Who's
I
this
do
going
think
on?
that I would. I'm happily engaged. I'm about to be married, but I do think that I would get more bitches than everybody, even though it's some good competition up here. You know,
God damn.
M White be telling some stories. You know what I'm saying, but I do feel like I'm the most versatile. Y'all see me with this do-rag on, and y'all think like, oh, he a little street nigga.
Nigga, you the most patient. That's what it is.
And I'm the most versed. I'm the most versed. You can give me any type of woman, any type of situation, whatever you want to do. Y'all can take us on a block. Y'all can take us to a upscale dinner. I don't care what it is. Like I'm versatile.
No, I
Don't have no
agree with you.
story
And
than me getting hoes.
I feel like more women would be attracted to you. No homo, but I'm just looking at it for what I know. So I that's why I put you number one. I got
JR, shit.
I got Hank number two.
Hank, a win is a win is a win.
Yeah, Hank is number two. Like I think Hank will get a lot of chicks. Like, you know,
Man, in the first 2 minutes of conversation, he gonna call her a heifer. Ain't nobody heifer.
It don't matter. He gonna still get her. He gonna still get her.
Nah, that's y'all tripping.
And how do you know this?
You know? And then I'm number three, and then JR is number four.
Real talk,
Bro. You think you get more bitches than JR?
If we was going to do this, if we was going to do this,
you gay.
We
You
probably
wild, bro.
probably should have asked some females.
No, JR can get some girls now. I'm just saying.
But you said you would get more girls than JR.
In random
Yo, I don't know if y'all noticed, JR done hauled
Hey,
ass.
he just
didn't
downplayed the shit out that.
Yo,
That's
he hauled
crazy,
ass. He
bro.
ain't even on his joint no more. He said, I don't want no parts of this.
Man, listen.
JR hauled ass, yo.
I hope all y'all get more bitches than me because I get none.
I know JR sniper. I know you're a sniper.
That's all I need.
No, I know JR could get some girls, but I don't think JR is that